WIIFTB PM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Jackson. If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
You like me said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I'd be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't. You don't like that? Yeah. I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off for work.
You're cool.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, there's turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me all that you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on. It's something about you when you put your clothes on. Oh, when you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your own woman on. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
WIFTBPM.
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian
being in black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Antoinette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let the bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show right here on a Friday. It's like, thank God. Oh, I can't say that one. Got to do the different Friday. Good goodness gracious. Well, it's not the Just Got Paid Friday. Just got paid last Friday. So we're going to let this Friday be in peace. That's right. Actually, it was Monday. So it is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the ruler, here on the ones and twos. And it is Friday, what is it? August 5th, 2022. I was thinking about 2022. And what really got me thinking about it was, you ever, when you got to fill out the form, but the form has like the month, the date, and the year, and then the month is there and it's 0 through 12, it's 0 through 12. Then on the other one it's 0 through 30. 1 through 31. But then when you get to that one, and it's not the ones where you type it in. It's the ones when you scroll. And I was just thinking, like, you scroll all the way to 2000. And then I got to go back 30 from that. And it was, so yesterday, shout out to the Emily Hotel, shout out to Ani, shout out to all the people that were on the roof last night. But then we left and went to this place called Marvin's as we were walking down through Fulton Market. And so I was talking to there was the bartender in the bar back. And so the bartender was like, I'm an old guy. He was talking about how old he was. And then the bar back was talking about how old he was. And he was like, yeah, I was born in I be telling these people I was born in 2000. Don't play with me. And I said, 2000? I said, well, obviously the gray beard now has changed the whole game. But so Shorty is like he is swearing like he is old. Yeah, I thought he was going to say he said 2000. I said, son. And I did son him. I was like, I was born in 1971. You should have seen his face. He was like, what? And then I just thought about like, damn, yo, I'm kind of old out in these parts. It's like I be looking at these people now and they say they 80. Why? Like, okay. I just feel like things are getting compacted. So I really ain't got time for no mess. I'm about to kick it. I'm about to enjoy my life. I'm about to stop being mad at y'all. Y'all gonna stop having me mad at these people in the world because I've been looking around and I'll be like, hold on. I feel like I'm closer to 80 than I am to, yo, whoa, ho, 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 ho. I'm closer to 80 than 30. That's not cool. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, I was scrolling the other day. I had to stop scrolling because it felt like it was like the Wheel of Fortune. Jesus. So anyway, it is 2022. That means, man, I got a lot to do before 2025 because I got some big things popping in. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Rule in the building because Ruthie Moore is not in. We got some guests. So Ruthie is like, well, we got guests. So, Ruthie be like, how I be like, wait a minute, they going to be here for a half hour. What that got to do with the other 2.5? Right? She like, you got guests coming. So I'm going to stay on. Okay, I got you. So it's all good. So DJ Riis the Rule is me and you today on a Friday. How you feeling, DJ Riis the Rule on the ones and twos?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest. How you doing out there?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today. I'm a little slow. Hey, man.
You went outside last night?
I went outside yesterday afternoon, and it wound up being last night. And when Carrie is a social butterfly. It's like I would have been home back at the house at 6:00, but no. Everybody wants to talk to Carrie. Everybody wants to be. And Reese, I gotta tell you this thing, dog. It be like, so I be in all of these places, and it's like, I understand. But I be like, fellas, I'm right here. I'd be like, fellas, I'm right here. Like, I'm right here. And it be this. And when they looking up, and I be like, I'm right here now.
Like, just admiring, man.
I understand. That's why I don't even get mad no more. I'm telling you, here go the thing, though. The brothers know how to play it off.
Oh, yeah.
Man. They know. The other guys, they just be like, I just want to tell you how beautiful you are. I'm like, I'm standing right here. I mean, Maze, you're lucky. I know I'm lucky, fool. I don't need you to tell me what I already know and can see. But yeah, the social butterfly, she just had me down. Look, man, Reese, we left out the house at 2:30. I don't think we got back in that mug till 10. We did a whole work day. We went from light to dark. And like the movie theater, they show the rooftop movie, they show them daytime and night. I didn't know there was daytime and night. Right? So daytime, look, man, we went through 3 movies. Like we was on one side of the roof. You couldn't see the movies. We walked up, they were showing something. Went to the bathroom at some point, because you get in the time warp. There's another movie on. About to walk out the door, Reese. 3rd showing. Another movie on. Brothers pulling. I'm looking over the roof, and I'm like, because, you looking down on the roof, and I'm just wondering where are all these black people coming from? Because, like, it'd be like, man, then you hear the motorcycles, whoa. And then you see, like, the cars, and then you see all the people. That rooftop cinema, Joe. Yeah, it be cracking. Crack-a-lacking. And then they had Taco Thursdays yesterday. Reese?
At the,
It was another you did. The owner's party.
Oh, okay. You was out there.
Hey, Joe. It was
blowing up
on a Thursday. Man, I really felt like, and I wish I would have known, Because, you know, they send you the invite and it'd be like, this is for you and one person. I really wish I could have called everybody and been like, y'all come on down here. And if I would have been thinking, it was off the chain. It really was. Did you know Willie Nelson was here? Last night, I wanted to go see Willie Nelson. I didn't know that Barbie. Okay, so anyway, look, let me do this. Let DJ Riis the Ruler, Maze Jackson. It's a Friday. We're gonna hit headlines. We're gonna do everything, but we are going to have a lighter Friday than normal, even though it is a little heavy. But I also want y'all to get ready for the best of Black Chicago, because we're gonna do this too. Every year, Chicago Magazine puts out Chicago's best, and it don't usually be no black people. So I want to do our own version of that a little bit later on. So just think, I want the best black tacos, the best black sandwich, the best black podcast, the best black rappers, the best black restaurants, the best black cocktail, the best clothing stores. We're going to go through all of that at 8 o'clock. So get your list together. I'm not advertising Chicago Magazine, although I do love this edition of Chicago's Best, because it usually gives me a sandwich list. Because I'm a sandwich dude. I like sandwiches. So I'd be like, let me go try. I went to go get some sandwiches. And is it a black taco joint besides Taylor Tacos? We got to check all of this out. Anyway, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, you got us up to 60,000 feet, didn't you? All right, we up to 60,000 feet. We are up on a Friday. Hey, man. You see hey, man. We're going to have to talk about what is going on at City Hall. Did you all see that Tom Tunney, the mayor, one of the mayor's handpicked leadership guys, is talking about he might quit or run for mayor? He said, but right now City Hall is not a good place to work in. And I told you a little bit about this, but now it's starting to play out as I told you. The mayor is putting the gun to the heads of all of her committee heads and committee chairs and threatening them. And you know, black folks, we used to threats. Remember Threats? Do you remember that song, Threats? I'm Threats. I keep trash bags in my trunk. Man,
I'm so sincere.
Right.
Yeah, you right.
So I keep trash bags in my
drug money. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I had to think about it.
I keep trash bags in my car for like you. Oh, Jesus. The mayor's going around threatening her committee chairs for an endorsement early, and they ain't taking it very well.
I love them, yeah.
Do you? See, okay. Lil Napo.
She a mob.
She's
a mob.
Lil Napo with no clothes. That's her name. Lil Napo with no clothes. If I could get somebody to draw me a character, right, it would be the mayor with a Napoleon hat on, with like in her, you know, like those. Do we have any artists out there? Because I believe that the mayor is little Napoleon with no clothes. So what I want is somebody to draw the mayor with a Napoleon hat on it, on her. And I don't want her to be naked, but I want her to be in like, you know, like one of them long john suits in the old days with the things that let down in the back, like the cartoons. So if I get any artists, I think Lil Napo with no clothes is who the mayor be walking up on people, Riis. It's like I heard she be walking up on people and being like, don't make me. Did I hear the door?
She don't be thinking that she be getting.
Did I hear the door? Is it somebody out there? Man, make sure that joint is locked up. I'm here. Somebody out there? It's the Maze Jackson Show. What am I don't know, y'all. People walking in at 6:30. What is going on? It's the Maze Jackson. Look, y'all, I don't know what's going on. I got the door closed. I keep the door. Y'all turning lights on and stuff. I'm like, what is going on here? Hello? Yo, what's going on, man? It's the Maze Jackson Show. So anyway, look, y'all. The mayor's snapping at City Hall right now. So front page of the Sun-Times says it's not a good place to work. Alderman Tom Tunney, which signals something else to me, because Alderman Tom Tunney was the first openly gay mayor, and now he leads the LGBT caucus, or the gay caucus. And in that process of leading the gay caucus, that seems like a significant part of the mayor's It seems like a significant part of the mayor's would be the mayor's constituency, and he's also said that she is not liked on the north side. Those people that got her in, those Lakeshore liberals. So he is trying to decide. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Also, Dalton, the village of Dalton, yesterday was ordered to pay $33.5 million in a wrongful death suit. $33.5 million for the village of Dalton. Anyway, what is going on in Dalton? Like, what is really going on in Dalton right now? I'm trying to figure out with the mayor and the city council and all of that stuff. I know we got Brother Steve. I'm going to be trying to get his viewpoint, maybe talk to, if we can get somebody from Mayor Hendricks' office, like what really is going on out there. It's a lot. I've been seeing a lot on social and digital, and, you know, the board meetings. I haven't watched the board meeting because people be like, it's crazy. You got to watch it. I just want to see what's going on and wonder if there's a way for us to fix it. Speaking of the mayor, though, did you see JB avoided her endorsing her? Although I think it's kind of crazy that JB would be. I think it's kind of crazy that we trying to force people to endorse this early. Who's out there? Who?
Treasure Family.
What they doing here at 6:30? Good Lord, y'all. Hey.
Yes, they are.
Ooh, okay. All right, y'all. So the JB Pritzker yesterday was asked twice by reporters would he be endorsing the mayor. He asked twice yesterday would he be endorsing the mayor. He said, I'm worried about my own election. I think it goes to this thing of the mayor is trying to lock everybody down before someone gets in the race. And I want to talk about it because I think I got some suspicions about what's happening behind the scenes, but I don't know why. We know that the mayor and JB don't get along. We seen the text messages, so I don't even know why she that be that stuff, Reis. She ain't asked him in public, so I think that's the media trying to start another fight. How about this one? Fed charges in the Breonna Taylor case. Kentucky seems to be getting it. It's just, well, I'm not gonna say just due. You know what I was thinking of when they were telling me about the floods in Kentucky, Reis? I thought about Breonna Taylor. Like when they were talking about all those monster floods that were happening and they were telling the stories of all these people. And I just thought, man, Breonna's reign. Did you hear about what they did in Joliet? Remember that house I was talking about that they had 5 sex offenders in? Okay, so and they was trying to get the house, and they said this against the law to put them out and all that stuff. Guess what they did? Guess what the village did? They bought a house that they're going to tear down and put up a public park. And then the sex offenders cannot live there because they cannot live within 500 feet of the park. And the lady is going crazy. I was like, hey, man, that it's better that than them people burn that house down with them people in it. I feel, hey, man, I thought that was pretty clever.
Pretty clever, It definitely was.
That was pretty clever. Okay, and then finally, Reis, Brittany Griner, 9 years.
It's crazy.
Is cannabis legal in the country, in the United States? Anybody go to jail for cannabis in the United States?
All the time.
Okay, so it's interesting. I believe that we should bring Brittany Griner home.
I mean, I think they're working on it. So they're working on a transfer.
Right, because they want to trade her, and they had to throw the other guy in because I'm sure the white folks are like, hold on. Y'all about to do all this for a black woman basketball player. You got to give us a white guy, too. So I can't think of the other guy that's coming that they're putting in the package. But I want to talk about it because I think yesterday, like the outrage, and the more we raise it up to Joe Biden and those guys, I think it drives her value up for the Russians. So the more we scream and yell and go crazy and be like, Joe Biden, get her home, blah, 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 blah. If this is me, Mace Jackson. If I see y'all putting the pressure on the president the way y'all doing, and I know how they be scared of social media, I'm gonna get a little bit more. You're gonna have to stop effing around in Ukraine or something. You're gonna have to do something. Oh, you gonna have to dance a little bit more. Oh, Joe Biden, you don't like the black people already mad at you and you got COVID too? Oh no. You're gonna have to do some more for me. So we're gonna talk about it when we come back as part of the social media question of the day. I want to talk about Brittany Griner and her 9 years, and we'll talk about it all. Plus, we're gonna talk about City Hall and the family of Treasure Hendricks. I thought I had them down for 7:30. But regardless, we'll work it out. We're gonna be talking to the family of Treasure Hendricks. It's been a year. Reese, don't time fly? Time just flies.
Man, before you know it.
Think about this: the Dipset Locks battle was a year ago. That was a year ago. Like, think about how much has happened in a year, and just in a blink of an eye. But
that was a year ago. That's I thought that was this year.
It was a year ago.
That's crazy.
That's corrupt. Hey, Reese, the kids going back to school in 2 weeks. Summer is over. Like, Reese, real talk, I was outside yesterday, like, when they was like, Willie Nelson just drove off, I was like, summer is over. I was like, big old trail of smoke too, bro. And then I just got to talk about this too. I want to talk about aldermanic privilege because y'all be talking crazy about it. But does anybody live out west? Anybody have to take Madison? They shut Madison down, Reese, check this out. They shut Madison down between Halstead and Damon for a week for a festival that just started yesterday. Didn't talk to nobody. The L station is blocked. They fixing the Damon station, so you got to go all the way to Hubbard to come all the way back to. Do you know I have to go an extra 10 minutes every morning just to get coffee? And it's lit, and they ain't tell nobody. And that's City Hall though. Because I went to go yell at my alderman, and my alderman was like, the city didn't talk to us about it. That's your girl. Once again, just put it over there. What? No consideration. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll talk about some more, plus the social media question of the day. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. DJ Reese the Ruler will be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me.
Mace Jackson.
Tune in to the Mace Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Mace Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Mace said. We out of here. Peace.
Hey, Chicagoland. All roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion has to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, and I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:37 a.m. I'm Reis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. We had the sports. The Chicago Cubs will lose to the Cardinals 7-2, as well as get swept in the series. White Sox will beat the Texas Rangers 3-2. Head over to traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop will be 20 minutes outbound. To O'Hare will be 17 on the Edens. Inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange, 30 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27 on the Edens. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 30 minutes, 28 minutes back out to Thorndale. The Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 28 minutes outbound will be the same. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 33 minutes, 24 minutes outbound. The Dan Ryan is 18 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South, 55th to Jackson and back will be 7 minutes and 8 minutes north. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 77 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 87 and a low of 74. I'm Reis the Ruler. Happy Friday here on The Mace Jackson Show.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around.
You are listening to the Mace Jackson Show. I am your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Reis the Rule on the ones and twos. Yo, it is Friday. We got big show for you. We got, well, you know it's gonna be a little. You know what? I've decided, Reis. After I had to get to 1971. I was like, I gotta have a little bit more fun in my life. So we are going to have it's gonna be a good show today. I cannot believe how much time has flown by. 1 year. It's been 1 year since we reported on the loss of Treasure Hendricks. We'll be talking to the family. They have a march plan, but also just an update. And I think it's one of those things where the thing I was thinking about it as I was scratching my notes down this morning about this Treasure Hendricks story, Reis, is the fact that we've seen so many missing black women, and they've been just disappeared with no leads, and now we got one where we have a lead and it just doesn't seem like they're doing anything to follow up on it. Like, do they really want an answer? We're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but look, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Reis the Ruler. Shout out to Church Chicago. Church! Terrence, and Angie. Y'all get ready, because we coming back. I think September is it. I'm feeling it in my soul. I'm feeling it in my bones. I think we're going to be reactivating. But I got to say, shout out to Church Chicago, because when I think of Church Chicago, I also think about our listeners from WBGX, the Big Gospel Express, 1570 a.m. That is who we call our saints, and our saints join us every day at 6:30 a.m. They rock with us all the way till 8 every day, Monday through Friday on 1570 a.m. WBGX, 1570 a.m. Big Gospel Express. Give us a call, 872-259-7474 if you're out there. Now, if you are part of the sinners, that means you get here at 6, because you need a good blessing. You got to stay all the way till 9 o'clock. Every day, Monday through Friday. And you can get us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. I think I might have to move into Twitter a little bit. The problem with Twitter is it'd be too much for me. It's like you know what Twitter reminds me of? All the kids. Let me say white Twitter. I don't know about black Twitter, because black Twitter be handling the business. But white Twitter reminds me of a bunch of kids who got picked on when they was in high school or grammar school, and it's their chance to be cyber bullies. And so they be like, man, I'd be like, for real, dog, say it out loud. Say it and let me stop. Okay. Twitter, though. Twitch. I can't even. Reis, you know when I was doing the Twitch thing the other day? I can't even do that. I was thinking about that. That's the man, cause like I'm gonna have a bubble. It's like there's gonna have to be a zone where it's gonna be like there needs to be like I was born in the 70s past. Like it just needs to be on like so if I do not have all of the newfangled technology, I remember when we was Negroes. Right? I don't even know now we BIPOC. I don't even know what the heck we call black people. I say black, people be like, you crayon. We ain't no crayons. I don't even know, man. All right, let me stop. Anyway, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson, my man DJ Reis the Ruler. Reis, I'm about to have a little, this is not a laughing matter, but we're going to make as much of a interesting conversation out of this as we can. But before we do, I'm going to need you to push the button, Reis. So go ahead and hit that big button.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
What should we do about Brittany Griner? Look, y'all. Okay, so this question was sparked to me. So I got a lot in this Brittany Griner thing that I see. The first thing is I think that the United States government should do what they can to negotiate to get her home. It is not lost on me, however, that in this very country, there still are black people in this country right now that are incarcerated for cannabis in the United States. Right here. This country. Yes? No?
Yep.
It is not lost on me that it's illegal in the United States, depending on the state that you're in, to have cannabis. What's my man Shumpert?
Yeah, Iman Shumpert.
Okay, didn't Iman Shumpert, Mr. Dancing with the Stars, just get detained in Texas for cannabis?
6 ounces of marijuana. I guess he thought being on the shot, he had a little plug.
Okay. What happened? Did he get arrested?
For sure.
Okay. It's cannabis, though. Now, you may say it's 6 ounces. To me, it's cannabis. It's just cannabis. Same thing. Now.
It is cannabis, but 6 ounces is like, I understand you are.
Well, 6 ounces, what's that? That's not even a half pound. Yes,
it is. That's
no,
almost.
8 ounces is a half pound.
I mean,
right, 6.
So you got
was it bad?
A cutie and 2. Man, you almost there. 2 more ounces. You had a half. You had a half pound. Come on, you 2 ounces away from a half pound.
Hey man, I'm just telling you.
Come on.
I know. I'm with you, Reis. It's different. It's different.
Yeah,
well, maybe depending on how much he had it compressed. I want to understand. And he had it in his bag.
Yeah, on his carry, like he just gonna.
He just put it in there like. Now, it's okay though. Did he forget? Or did he just say? Did he think it was not legal? This is my thing. Even in the United States, cannabis is illegal. Yes?
Yeah. It's not federally legal, so yes, it's illegal.
Okay. So it's not. So my thing is, first of all, if we're going to negotiate to get, if we're gonna negotiate to get Brittany Griner out of jail in Russia for something that you could still go to jail for in the United States. Yes? Yes or no? Like if Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane decide he wants to prosecute you in Texas.
I think it was. I understand, and you are true. I think that she should have, get what she deserved, but 9 years is
excessive.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think 9 years could have been excessive for a crack rock. Compared to, remember, you could have a rock or you could have cocaine. You could have 100 pounds of cocaine or 10 rocks and go to jail for the same amount. Yes? No. Yes. Same country, same thing. So I'm just saying, which we have not completely resolved yet. So I'm framing this because I still think we need to bring Brittany Griner home. Now, Riis. And it was a striking comparison that was made on my page yesterday. Because I said, first of all, we need to stop screaming and yelling and doing all this stuff and just kind of be like calm. Because what's happening now is we're driving the price up. Joe Biden is already weak. But we already in a war with Ukraine. Sis, you did this in the midst of this. This is the I don't care about politics until you care about politics. Now, you know they had to bring the white guy home, too, because, you know, all the white folks is like, didn't you say screw you ain't ever coming on the court for the American flag or the Pledge of Allegiance? Not Pledge of Allegiance, but the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, you know.
That Brittany Griner said
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man. Oh, yeah. So let me just tell you, there's a whole contingent of people who are not worried about Brittany Griner, which is why they have to get the white guy in the package. That, like, it's not Brittany Griner coming home by herself. They've got I can't think of his name, but there's a white guy in the package too. Right? Because, I mean, if you look at Riis, your social media feed doesn't bring in all of the other stuff. So you don't see all the folks talking about she said she wasn't never coming on the court for now you want to be an American citizen, but right? So now all of the Colin Kaepernick stuff, all of the Black Lives, all of that is being put back in her by the white folks. And now Joe Biden is between a rock and a hard place because, okay, Riis, we're about to trade Brittany Griner, WNBA star, arguably one of the greatest players in the WNBA that no one knows because nobody watches it. But that's a whole nother story. Did you ever get your Chicago Sky jersey yet?
Y'all sold out.
Right.
They can't. Wow, go. They are sold out. Bro.
I bet you is that why you can't find one anywhere?
Yeah, because you know we are the champs, and you know
because I remember when you was trying to get your daughter a jersey, and we was like they I remember in the paper they was like we can't find none, but that's a whole nother story. So now here's the trade, and again I am pro bringing Brittany Griner home. I'm for it. Do what you need to do. But I got to show you the value proposition here. The trade is Brittany Griner for Victor Block? Victor, basically, well, it don't make a difference. His name is the Merchant of Death, right? Did you ever see that movie, The Lord of War, with, what's my man, the Nicolas Cage? Watch it. This dude was the guy that's all the wars in Africa, like where it was like where the military, they was using military grade weaponry to kill each other. Yeah. This dude was the arms dealer that supplied it. So like all of the wars you saw in Africa, in Afghanistan, he's in jail right now for supplying terrorist weapons to kill American soldiers and Americans and terrorist conspiracies. Riis, we're going to trade Brittany Griner and the other guy for the Lord of War, the Merchant of War, Merchant of Death, excuse me. And we're driving the price up because every time we snap off and go crazy, they look at Putin like, hold on. Now, I guess my question is, does she bear, what should we do about Brittany Griner? Like, is that a fair trade? Because he's going to go back. He's going to go back. Now, I'm going to tell you, it was interesting because on my feed, there were some people with direct ties to Africa right? Who was like, nah, hell no. Hell no. They was like, that's like trading Michael Jordan for B.J. Armstrong. Because they've probably seen or felt the impact of the Merchant of Death compared to the WNBA superstar that I'm not exactly sure that you can be a superstar in the WNBA. No shade. Is that a fair trade? Really? Like, and I think about like Riis, the moment he leaves, if I'm Putin, I'm sending you straight back to Africa. Get them chopping themselves up again. Here you go. One black person dies. Is the value there? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Should we be trading the Merchant of Death for Brittany Griner? And I'm for bringing Brittany Griner home. But I am telling you, I bet if we were listening to conservative white radio right now, boy. And they were, huh?
I said we got to bring her home. So the trade value, I don't know, like, can we put a value on somebody like that? Like, I get what you're saying, but hopefully it don't come back and bite us. You know, they'll be like, well, he wouldn't have been out doing all this if they would have had him, you know.
So you say, so do you think the trade value is there? If you were making the trade, if it's not this, Riis, this is world power politics. World power politics. You are the general manager. They say to you, now look, she got a wicked jump shot. He has tanks. Who you taking? On the world power stage. I am, listen to me. And this is because it's Friday, and I just want to have a little fun. But I am saying, like, Riis, if it's me, if we sitting at the table and we playing Monopoly, it's Monopoly board, and you could get, it's like getting Park Place or Baltic Avenue. What you gonna do, man? Who you taking? If you get the choice of having Brittany Griner or the Merchant of Death on your team,
probably gonna take the Merchant of Death, but in this situation, you just can't leave it there. I guess, you know, in the world today or whatnot, and maybe the trade isn't as equal as we look, but you know, we should bring it home. 9 years. I guess it's the 9 years part that's like really, because that's just too long, man. That's insane. So the trade may not be equal, but in like that aspect, but it's, you know, it needs to happen. So unfortunately, we would have to give up the Merchant of Death. But like, we cannot leave her in there. You know, like, we cannot leave her in there at all. 9 years in a German. Oh my! Come on, man. Come on. that's really like 25. That's really like 25 right there.
Wait, that's 25 in Russia? How you know, man? You ain't been in Russia, Jim. Man. What? Man, please. Let me just ask you, though. So, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Is there any trade? I mean, what should we do about Brittany Griner? Do we bring her home at all costs regardless? And let me ask a question. Will there be backlash if the Merchant of Death goes back to his old ways? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Ruler. We are talking about what should we do about Brittany Griner. I know it's tough, man. But, Reese, it does seem to me, really, honestly, that this is not going to end well. Like, I just don't feel like we do better with this. And I feel like hold on. And I think right now people are mocking her because of what she said about the NBA. I mean, during Black Lives Matter, when she said she would not take the court anymore when they were playing the national anthem. So and that's her lawyer right there, as you can see on the tweet. Her lawyer has on a Hawaiian shirt. Riis. Okay, this perfect example. Riis. You Brittany Griner, your lawyer shows up, Riis, and you're in Russian jail, and your lawyer shows up with a flower shirt. Oh, there's a reason she got 9 years. You want your lawyer, you playing for keeps. Now the merchant of death, like this dude that they are, I guess my question is, because how do you think people in Africa feel about that? Would they say trade?
Heck no. Let Bitch Uganda stay. You know what I mean? They tell her to let him stay. Let him stay. I can't do it, man. He going right over there.
Riis, if I make you pay. Joe Biden gets, let me just tell you, I make you pay. Like, I'm going to tell Victor, you're going to Africa, and I'm giving you all these. And let me tell you what I would do if I was Putin. I'd send him to Ukraine, or have him be in a place where it forces us to be in a compromise. Look, y'all, I just think that it is very interesting that we are going to be trading the merchant of death for Brittany Griner. And I think white America feels a lot differently. Yeah, I just think I don't know. Riis, you feel like regardless of what, we have to do it.
We got to. Unfortunately, it's
like Riis. So people are going. What? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you. What? How does Brittany Griner say thank you? Does she stand at half court now and be like, sing the third verse? Do they make us sing the third? Like, again.
She gonna lead this.
Does she have, now let me ask you another question. What personal responsibility does she bear in this situation?
All of it. That's, you don't. That's, come on, man. Like, you don't. Like, you the flying out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't.
No, Riis, y'all done made excuses for this all this time, dog. Like,
you got to get them on the other side. You got to. you just made all that money that you can't make. You just made all that money that you claim you can't make in the United States. So when you come to the United States, then, you get what you need to get. But do not. You know how they laws is. I would never leave a country with anything.
So
unless you find private or something, and that's still a risk.
Okay, so I think what we got to do is have, and this to me though, we got to have people has to start watching Midnight Express, because I feel like this situation is going to make people feel like it's you. Look, y'all, you ain't Brittany Griner. They not sending the whole world for you. Riis, don't travel. Look, man, if you are in a foreign country, the rules ain't the same. Y'all need to start watching them Locked Up Abroad. You watch one episode of Locked Up Abroad. I remember when I saw I knew a dude that went to jail, a black dude who went to jail in Zimbabwe. He was like, man, toilet, homie, it's a hole and you got to get permission to use the hole. I just think that I don't know that this is an equitable trade, and I do believe that this is a demonstration of I feel like we're being punked right now. Like dude said, for your basketball player, I want the merchant of death. And Reis, he's going to deal some death. Now, Audrey had a great point, which said, hold on, where did it go? Because Audrey said, we don't negotiate with terrorists. And this is going to, no, we don't. Sorry. What happened to we don't negotiate with terrorists? This weakness is going to get us conquered. Now, they're not terrorists, actually, right? They're actually a legitimate government. Russia is. And they said that she had to plead guilty, Reis, to be able to begin the process. But I also feel like they sentenced her to 9 years for shock value to, again, drive the price up. Because now y'all because you looking at the law from the perspective of, oh, my God, I got to be locked up for 9 years. Like they gave her the max end of the sentence so that they could get the maximum trade value. I'm telling you that if I was them, I would be like, I would have been like, she get 20. And guess what? Y'all would have been screaming so loud that they would have been like, let every prisoner of war go. And Joe Biden would have done it. And then can I tell you what's going to happen? All the white red states are going to be talking about, hold on. Joe Biden is weak. He let her go. And let all these people, and she didn't even want to sing the national anthem. And I bet you your boy with the orangeness would have got her out. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my caller on the line. Caller, what should we be doing about Brittany Griner? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. What's up, caller?
Hey, morning, Maze. Thanks for taking my call.
What's up, James?
I was just thinking. What's up, brother? I was just thinking. Do you have any idea how they caught the Russian guy?
No, I do not.
Okay, I just want to. I was just thinking about this. If they call him once, and they make the trade, and Brittany comes back to the United States, it's probably possible they can capture him again and bring him back. Or
you ain't catching me again,
people.
James. Nah, dog. You ain't catching me. I'm the merchant of war. Look, bro, you ain't catching me again. I'm about to give me some F-16s. You know Putin ain't letting them get caught again. You're going to have to go to Russia to get them now.
But if you know a person's work, you got an idea where to find them. And if you can't get that particular one, you can get several others. You know, just thinking about Chicago streets, some of these people getting killed, you know, all of it is not an accident. You know, sometimes if they can't get you, they'll get a few other people close to you. You know, there's other ways to maneuver with situations like that where you're trying to deal with people. And you said that guy was killing people in Africa?
Killing people all over the world, man. He supplied all the arms. I just saw on CNN exclusive, told you, Russian officials requested second convict in response to swap. I'm telling y'all, like this is one of those things, James, and everybody else that's out.
I'm more concerned with black people, though.
Go ahead.
I'm more concerned, just like you.
Go ahead.
Just like you, I'm more concerned with black people. So if he's got killing going on in Africa, and with all our technology, it seems like you know, if he was caught and he's that brilliant, and he's a real strategist, killing people, then, you know, it seems like he's going to show up at some place, at some point, or people that are working under him will show up. And, you know, ain't that how they kind of did with the mobs? I heard you talk about mob stuff. You know, they kind of work through the people that in the organization until they get, you know, the main person.
Mm-hmm. But I think, James, you have to have jurisdiction. And I think the challenge is, everybody ain't trying to just be working with the United States to help get this guy, right? He has like we always look at it from the standpoint, not always, we tend to look at it from the standpoint of everybody wants to be cool with us. Everybody doesn't. And there are a lot of people invested in his side. It's like two sides of this game. But I just think that And if you see, Russians seek Vadim Krasikov, convicted of murder in 2019, now in custody of the Germans. So now they're going to make the United States owe other people in this space. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, I think, as Riis said, you bring her home, but I just want y'all to understand that they're going to make the cost so much for her to come home that Joe Biden is going to pay a price for it. Because I'm telling you now, I'm taking if I was on the other side, you take pictures, you say, man, Joe Biden has weakened us. You know how these people going to do. Is anybody else on the line? Give us a call, 872-259-7474.
Do you think that was what they was plotting when they all along? Like,
yeah.
Snap that, oh, yo, we got Brittany Griner.
I think they was like,
they saw her.
They said F around, and they knew she was carrying, right? Because she's always carried. But here's my thing. My thing is, you have to have situational awareness. That's kind of what I feel like when y'all be like, y'all know it's wrong. It's like, yeah, we know it's wrong, but was Sandra Bland? Sandra Bland disappeared in the United States. So what do you think is going to happen to Brittany Griner? She thought she was special. No shade. She was probably able to travel because she was a star and it was good. But when that war cracked off, you get any advantage in the opportunity that you can. So if you're traveling to Russia, even if you've been able to do it forever and ever and ever and ever, guess what? When it's time to snap the trap, they gonna snap it. Robin Kelly. She got Robin Kelly. I thought these people were my friends. They're not. When they have an opportunity to get you, they will. They will use you think that's your boy. You think y'all cool. And when it's time, they will be like, I'm sorry. Never knew you. Call you on the Maze Jackson Show. Yes, they playing too.
Yo, what's up, Riis? What's up, Maze? What's going on with it, though?
What up, Devo?
Hey, bro. I think Brittany Griner should do the right thing and do her time and kind of let it play out. Because like you said, us as black people, now remember, Joe ain't really did nothing for us. So the whole time when he got elected and we put him in office, he ain't really did nothing. So they gonna use this as, see, we did something for y'all. Nah. Hey.
Here go your reparations. We spent all our capital. You spent all your political capital on Brittany Griner, and I'm not tripping.
Sir.
But and then think about this again. If she is situationally aware, then you say
and accountable and responsible.
Bam. That to me is the part. Like the whole point of everybody now is supposed to be we have people right here in the United States who have gone to jail for way, 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 way less and were not breaking any law. Now,
and nobody even talks about them. Nobody even cares. So again, this situation highlights the hypocrisy of the system, the lack of focus and discipline that we have, and it even encroaches on the point where, hey man, as freedmen, we are Americans. Now we talk stuff about it and but hey, it's how we live. So, it's like you can't talk about my family, only I can talk about my family. But this, you don't go to these. When I was traveling and I was going to Dubai for work, the people say, hey man, don't steal, don't be drinking out in public, don't be consuming no drugs, all of this. They got everything over there that they tell you not to do. But I'm not going over there and doing that because I know what's going to happen to me. I need to make it home to my family, period. And if she would have, bro, these the Russians, dog. You know that they'll set you up and watch you. I mean, we've been watching Boris and Natasha on Bullwinkle for 40 years. Boris was grimy. The Baroness from Cobra Commander, bro. The Russians will set you up.
Hey.
The Russians ain't your friends. You over there, the opinions of Devin are not the opinions of the Maze Jackson Show, the co-host, or What's in it for Black People Media. You over there kicking it with them women, bro, they gonna set you up.
I see, my thing is this. I grew up during the cold.
In closing?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
In closing, see y'all tomorrow. Church is always open. Bring your ideas, bring your thoughts. B1 Saturdays, hosted by Obsidian. See you tomorrow, bro. Love, dog.
There it is. And I heard they got pancakes and eggs coming. All right, y'all. It's the Bass Jackson Show. We got anybody on the line? All right, y'all. How much political capital do we... Think about this. What... Can I ask a question? Do you think any of the Merchant of Death weapons end up on the streets of Chicago? I wonder. Any guns ever manufactured in the United States? I mean, in any guns manufactured in the hood? Ooh, you ever heard? You heard somebody said AK. You know, AK is a Russian gun, right? Right? Okay? But I'm gonna let y'all be. I'm gonna just let y'all be. Let's go to the live line. Caller, what should we be doing about Brittany Griner?
I say bring her home by any means necessary. America is the biggest merchant of death. Right now, Russia in a war with Ukraine. America is funding Ukraine. Now, you going against Russia and you want something from them? I say bring the girl home. They're going to charge the merchant of death. America don't know where he at. America knows what he does, and he probably got some deals with him. America been dirty. Go back to the Iran-Iraq war. America was in on that. And then Oliver North knew about it, and he got caught up. He took the hit. America's dirty. Don't put this on the merchant of death. He's just one person. America in all of it.
Okay.
There's no trade too big for Brittany.
Okay. There you go. All right. I mean, I hear you. I feel like there's your value proposition. I say, yo, cuz, I just feel like I want to bring Brittany home. So I'm for it. I'm not going to be talking crazy. But I do look at the value proposition. And I do feel like what jumped out to me was the direct African descendant being like, hell no. Right? Because they probably have felt it. I ain't going to tell you how I know a little bit about it, but dude has supplied some weaponry for genocide. Like, real talk. I know personally. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What should we be doing about Brittany Griner? 9 years.
Good morning, Mace.
Oh, Byron
here.
I can't wait to hear this one. Byron, what's up, man? How you feeling?
No. I'm feeling good, brother. I'm feeling good. Hey, I'm glad
Byron,
you are talking about this issue.
Yeah.
And Devo was right on. You know, that's the reason I don't have to call anymore, because Devo has the same views as I do. And the reason that we are talking about her, there's another white guy who's a Marine, ex-Marine. He's in prison. They're not even talking about him. Now, here's the guy who served his country, did everything he was supposed to do. They don't even talk about him. They just add him on. You know why they added him on? Because the LGBTQ plus minus sign backslash period dash is more important. They don't even care if she's black or not. It's the LGBTQ community, right? She's LGBTQ. That's what's most important. It's not because she's black. Who cares if she's black? She's LGBTQ. She's special Negro. She's a damn special Negro. They will give up their whole life. They will give up $1 trillion to get her home. Look, the guy next door, the guy just called just now, because he just don't know. You ever heard of a Turkish prison? You ever seen this movie with the Turkish prison?
Man, the Midnight Express, man. When he beat his feet, nah, dog. That scared me straight forever.
Dude, you should go to Jamaica. You should get caught in Jamaica. You go underneath the jail. Underneath the jail. You're going to get bread and slop. Not even real bread. It's slop. It's a hard time messing around with those drugs. Everybody knows when you pack your bags, do not put anything in it that you did not pack, because you're responsible for it. And no excuses. I'm American citizen. No. You're going to jail, damn it. There's rules you gotta follow. This is not America. Americans, they let everybody out. We got cash bail coming. We're about to see some hell January the 1st, cash bail. Everybody get me out. But in those countries, when you get caught with drugs, you're going to do the time. And no, don't bring her. We should not use our clout, just like Devo said, to bring this LGBTQ black person home. I mean, why would the damn white guy who's an ex-Marine, he got some Trump charges too. How's his family feeling that all they see is bringing her home? That's all the white folks see from a Marine, though. We either Americans or we not, right? And if you're going to do wrong and you know you do wrong, you admit to doing wrong, then you got to do the damn time. It's just the rules, man. You know the rules. And I know what you're saying when you're at home with your wife. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying on the show. But what you're saying on the show, I don't think you really mean. Because you are just a savvy kind of guy. You know what? You savvy kind of guy.
Are you trying to suggest that I am duplicitous? I do not take that very well, Byron.
I know how to spell it. All I'm saying is you're very savvy. And I don't know about that damn Reis today. I don't know what that Reis today.
Look, they turned on you, man. They turned on you. Look, Reis, they flip on you that quick. He said,
home, Byron. Gotta bring her home.
I said today. Reis is still cool with me. I just said today.
Now, Byron, can I say this? And I do want to make sure that I'm clear about this. So I do think there is a tremendous amount of silence from the LGBTQ community in regards to this. I'll be honest with you. I feel like the LGBTQ community, with all of its power and all of its clout, should be all up in this, making it happen. But it is another example of it. Now, I will also say, let me say at WIFTABA, and it's in our creed. It is in who we are. We do not care if you put black first, and I don't know that that's Brittany, but if you say you are black first, everything else comes second to that. So to me, I see her right now. I'm not going to use her LGBTQ status against her. That should be a value add. Right? So I'm going to be in support of the sister, whether I agree with the value proposition or not, because there is a black woman locked up in Russia who, I got to tell you, probably sticks out like a sore thumb and is 7 feet tall. So we know she's going to be tested, and we know that in an environment like that, she doesn't even have a fair chance. Once all of these cameras go off, you never know what the back end of that is. So I don't want to leave her in that possession, because I at least feel like we can't just let a sister sit there. I don't, but I do. But I.
Maze, what happened? But Maze, what happened if I go to China and I do the same thing?
Byron, you know what I'm going to say? Byron, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, and this to me is a lesson to all of our younger people, right, who think that the world is supposed, because it's right, and that ain't how it's supposed to be. And there are people right now who are over here in the United States saying it's wrong for Brittany to be locked up. No, it's not wrong for her to be locked up. She broke the law. Now, she broke the law. Now, is it a wrong application of the law? Yes, I believe so. Did she become a pawn in an international game? Yes. And did her feeling of being a basketball player or being celebrated in the world or being over there make her feel like she had some level of, I know these people, I've done this a million times before, I'm all good, trying to even put in a prescription saying that she's prescribed it in the United States. Sis, you're not in the United States. And the thing so this to me should be a lesson to all of our young people who be like, that ain't right. It is not the world as you like it to be, but the world as it is. And this is an example of that it seems like we have such a trouble grasping. Now, Byron, if this was Maze Jackson and the world was 100% fair and whatever, I would tell you, you do the crime, you do the time. But we also know about the misapplication of the time as given to black folks. And what Brittany found out today in Russia yesterday, and like all of these young black folks that be out here claiming all this stuff, you still OJ. You are not special. When it comes down to it, it could be Michael Jordan. If it's Michael Jordan on the side of the road with a white police officer and it's him and Mike and he has the gun, I don't care how much fame you got. You are still a Negro and they will do you. So stop. This is a case of, again, these are all examples that we've seen this week of black people thinking that they the special Negro. She thought she was the special Negro. Robin Kelly thought. All these people think they're special Negroes, and the white people give you and they Reese, what that statement y'all kids be say? F around and found out. F around and found out, and Brittany effed around and found out. Now, I let this be a lesson to every black young person talking about what ain't right and what ain't supposed to happen, and this ain't fair. What's fair to you in the United States? You are 100% at Russia's mercy in this case. Talk all the smack you want. Don't nobody care about your social media. Byron,
but me,
you are right.
But me, one more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing before I go.
Yep.
Now, as an American, you are sending $40 billion to the guys that I'm trying to attack. And now those weapons are used against me. Now, I got to let your Negro go?
No, Byron.
Look at it.
Byron, Byron, you are making 100% logical sense. Like, and I get where you're coming from, right? Like, I would tell you that I agree in principle, but I also recognize what this is. Now, and I think it made it even more poignant that she was black, right? Because we are all already frustrated with Joe Biden. So if I am Vladimir Putin, I leverage this whole thing just to create other havoc, just to make everybody mad, just for us to see the inequity, even though we know it's wrong. Because, like, bro, we know that, hey, Byron, if this is me and you, guess what? We still there. Ain't nobody giving up $40 million. But because they have an opportunity to exploit it, as they should, we're having this debate. I believe that we should bring Brittany Griner home. I do. I do.
How about the Marine? How about that?
He's in the package.
White Marine
He's
that's been over there.
He's in the package.
White Marine that's been over there.
Byron, he's in the Byron. But
if
Byron,
she was not there. But if she was not there, they wouldn't even be talking about it.
And Byron, so guess what he should be? So guess what, Byron? He should be thankful.
Okay, go ahead.
He should be grateful that Brittany Griner got in and did rebel against it. Because can I tell you what?
I agree.
If he was not in the package, white folks would be having a holler fest because of her statements on the national anthem. Right. This is a symbiotic relationship, right? So they're working for each other. And I am smart enough, and I want us to be smart enough to say that his incarceration is what is going to give Joe Biden the white leverage to pull or to give up all of this stuff, because he's going to bring a military man home. At the same time, and he is the value for Brittany Griner, right? Because Brittany Griner needs the white guy for Joe Biden to be able to justify giving up the merchant of death. Because as I'm telling you right now, there is no value. The value proposition doesn't work. So you're right, and I want you to understand that for this white Marine, he don't get out if there's no Brittany Griner. He don't. So when you ask me what about the white Marine, the white Marine better be grateful that Brittany Griner has some weed cartridges, because doesn't nobody put up ain't nobody posting social media, don't nobody care. Matter of fact, I still don't know his name, and he's in all the deals. So he better be grateful that Brittany Griner got locked up. Let me just tell you. So put it in perspective. Like, I want us to be clear, the value proposition, but like the white guy the best thing that could have ever happened to that white Marine was Brittany Griner getting locked up. That's it. Period, point blank. Thanks, Byron. I got 2 more calls. I'm going to take those calls because then we got to talk to the family of Treasure Hendricks. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Brittany Griner's locked up. What do we do? James Say, what's up, dog?
How you doing this morning, bro?
I'm getting hot in here, man. I'm getting hot.
Yeah. Well, let me put this disclaimer out first. I also want Brittany Griner to come home. America wants Brittany Griner to come home. Now, with that being said, let's be real about this. That Marine, he was a casualty of war. He's a military soldier. He knows the consequence. There is a chance that you might get caught and you might end up in jail and you might not never come back. So, with that being said, Brittany Griner, and let me put this out to all my black people. Black people, when you go abroad, when you go to these other people's countries, before you get on that plane and while you on the plane, Google, print out, write down, read all the laws that go on in that country. First rule number one, don't bring no drugs with you, because then you black. There is no safe haven for black folks. We can't even go back to Africa and get a fair shake. So, with that being said, she is collateral damage. She didn't get out of there quick enough before all this Ukraine stuff jumped off. If there wasn't no hoo-ha, if Brittany Griner would have been an average person, they would have treated her just like they did those other Africans in Ukraine. Ukraine don't even care about black folks. You see the way they was kicking them off the train? So, like I said, there is no safe haven for black people. But black folks, stop going to places. I understand. I've been in the military. I've been to Germany. There was things as soldiers that we couldn't do over there. And I was there when the wall was still up in West Germany. So read the rules and follow the law. Make sure you guys open up a book, Google, whatever. Because, like I said, this is America. You don't get the benefit of the doubt anywhere else in this world. You halfway get the benefit of the doubt in your own country. So, y'all, it's a dude, if she wasn't a WNBA player and, that LeBron James crap, LeBron James probably still would be there. They wouldn't, I don't know, bro.
LeBron, hey, Femo, LeBron have his package either waiting for him or somebody carrying it. That's just that. Like, let's be clear. LeBron, if LeBron, let me just say this. If LeBron got personally caught, he got to stay. Because you was a damn fool. Yeah. You was a damn fool. If you are LeBron James, you pay somebody to take that case. Look, James, I got to get this last call because we got to get to the family of Treasure Hendricks. I appreciate you calling, man. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Last call. Call you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Yo, I'm just trying to find out who can I send my donation to for the breakfast, man.
Oh, you can. You know what, brother? I'm gonna put them up on the screen for you. You can put them. You can send the donation to Cash App. Here, I'll put them all up on the screen. You can check them out. I appreciate you for asking me about that. Thank you, brother. That was. What's your name? And where you calling from?
This is Harold.
Harold, what's up? Oh, what's up, Harold? EK, bring it with you, dude. Bring it with you. Just bring it with you, because I know you.
I won't be able to make it. I'll be at the CVS event.
CVS?
Trying to raise money for the kids.
CVS? What? Kids. CVS? Is that still a school? All right, man. Hey, man, y'all know, don't trip. You know I love CVS. You know they named the athletic area after my big bro, Donnie DK Kirksey, man. So shout out to CVS. I told you I wanted to be a Cavalier when I was a kid. Then I realized that Bolingbrook High School was the greatest.
We make you an honorary member.
Honorary.
I'm going to be late coming to the event. But I still want to make my donation because I like the setting and having the conversations and everything.
Hey, man.
But regarding Brittany Griner, hey, you messed up. Hey, I knew at a young age, hey, you just don't go to another country doing whatever you want. You don't go to another state. You don't go to another city doing that type of thing. So it's like, hey, it's sad, but it's like, hey, you put yourself in this predicament.
There it is.
And these people over there probably saying for Mother Russia.
Yes, they certainly are. And look, this is the problem with y'all millennials that didn't see Red Dawn growing up. Y'all probably saw the new version. Thanks, Harold. I appreciate your call. Y'all didn't see y'all saw the new version of Red Dawn. Y'all needed to be like, we knew about the Russians. We knew. But you also need to see some Midnight Express, because all you had to do was see that movie one time. I think my mom don't got a passport still to this day, because she's scared to travel because she saw what happened to that dude. Look, y'all, it is the Maze Jackson Show. Brittany Griner, the value assessment. But I want to talk about now Treasure Hendricks. So when we come back, we are going to have the family of Treasure Hendricks in studio. It's been a year, y'all. It's been a year. We told the story almost a year ago, a little bit less than a year ago, but it has been almost a year and still no resolution. So we're going to talk to the family and find out what has been going on up until now. Look, we'll be back after these messages. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, plus my man, DJ Riis, the rule on the ones and twos. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? What's up?
Hi, this is Katie. How are you?
Hey! Okay, hold on. I'm going to make an official nomination right now that we make Katie the new president of the phone club. Riis, can I get a second from you, man?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Everybody tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. If you vote that Katie should be the new president of the phone club, please signify by saying aye. The ayes have it. Congratulations, you are now the new president of the phone club. Katie from Ashburn.
We did it. We did it. You're going to be the next president.
How you doing, boss lady?
Thank you. Fine. Thank you. I accept that nomination. Thank you.
All right. You got drafted.
Maze Jackson.
It's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here.
I'm feeling good, y'all. Closer to my dreams, hey, guapole, the food tastes better. I stopped smoking squares, healing from the inside out, making repairs. I forgave some people, thanked them for the lessons, cause holding on to it was blocking my blessings. No more stressing, worry dishonors God, so I just pray, and I'm loving my odds. Mingle with like minds, gravitate where light shines. Graduate, masters, your rhymes ain't like mine. Big Dank from the west side, this is my best self. Taking vacations, hoping the rest helps. Got a career now, loving what's ahead. My spirit is free from the stuff that I shared.
Feel good now, we got what life's about. Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, we got what life's about. Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I'm feeling so good now, walking on higher ground. Got out the country, visit some new towns, made some new friends, let go of some bad ones. Soon as that took place, everything got fun. My life started going up, opportunities showing up. I'm back where I want to be, no headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie, it's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love, it feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio, this ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day, blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much, now I got much to say. Raised my credit score, got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive, well call me a magnet. Plugged into an outlet, living life outright. All on my Kid Cudi, focusing day and night. Right now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. Feel good. See, my state gets busy. That's the cardinal rule. This might be a small thing, kind of revolving around the situation that don't happen often. I mean, it's involving something that's scalding. Hot the topic is, it needs some resolving. It's kind of puzzling, sometimes solving. But after I thought about it, Senator Walgreens to pick up a few things to stop me from stalling. Otherwise, I'ma be blunt and she gon' be balling, and I don't need that. Or her brother calling, talking When them fight words, now we gon' be brawling. I'm more of a stand-up, I don't be falling. For that okey doke, it's better dissolving. Call me a nice guy, yeah, I like nice things. It's best to stay away from chicks that's trifling. I'm not a rival, so I don't be rivaling. But end up in this scene, I won't be wifing, you know?
Avoid a quick fail, take heed to this wise tale.
If you feel me like real, take heed to this wise tale.
Whether male or female, take heed to this wise tale.
Outside or in jail, take heed to this wise tale.
She got a secret, don't know where she keep it, don't know why she hide it, guess it's convenient. She like a zebra, two things at one time, it ain't black and white, you lived it a lifetime. She got a story, might be a fable, no categories, she don't like labels, she like a loner, maybe she's selfish, something is fishy, but she don't like shellfish. She said that her phone broke and she need a new phone, she got a night job, now she got two phones, one for the pubic, one for the public. Freudian slip, y'all, I think that you dug it. She got a curfew, she live in the group home, but she in Miami, getting her look on. She can be truthful, not what she built for. Mouth might be useful, but nothing to kill for, you know?
Avoid a quick fail, take heed to this wise tale.
If you feel me like Braille, take heed to this wise tale.
Whether male or female, take heed to this wise tale.
Outside or in jail, take heed to this wise tale.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. And Reis, did we even take a 7 o'clock break? Did we just roll on? It just rolled on through. So it is like we did not take a stop. I just blew through the paper because, hey, man, Reis, I don't know, man. The merchant of death for a basketball player. Bring Brittany home. But, boy, that's a cost. You're going to pay the price. It's a cost to be the boss. But y'all, let me tell you what. This is a continuing saga of. It's a continuing saga of the lack of love or concern for black women, and so that's why I say at all costs. I think that there is the cost that we know, but I also think that we have traditionally been ignored or been at the bottom of the food chain. Let me tell y'all, Reis, I was telling you earlier today that it was a year ago that the Locks went against the Dipset, and it just brought into perspective how fast time goes by. And when Tamiko told me that, bring that down until we come up. When Tamiko told me that it had been a year since we covered this story, I was like, where did the time go? And when we talk about this story, I'm talking about the story of Treasure Hendricks. If you all recall, we talked about this story about a year ago. Treasure Hendricks was a beloved member, family member, who was found dead. There were circumstances. You got to just keep it down until it, you hear it. So there were circumstances that it seemed to me we had the ability to put a close on this. I thought that with everything that we knew, everything that we heard, that when we came back a year from now, we would be talking about arrests made. When Tamiko told me, I was like, oh, I'm happy to talk about it because I assumed that we were going to have some resolution. And then she said, no, I need you to help me get we're trying to get a permit for a march. I was like, what y'all marching for? Y'all know that we already had the pieces and parts. I just knew that it was going to be resolved. And here we are a year later, and it is not. So here today, and I'm going to ask you both to introduce yourselves because I'm going to turn the mic over in a very short amount. I have Cynthia and Tracy here. They were here with us a year ago talking about the story of Treasure Hendricks. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to refresh us. And who wants to go first? To bring us up to speed as to where we at. Does Cynthia or Tracy? Who would like to do the part? So Tracy? Okay, so Tracy, bring us up to speed. First of all, give us just a quick, brief understanding of the Treasure Hendricks story. And then tell us where we are. Because I really did think that we would be talking about the prosecution. We were going to the court and we needed to get people mobilized. But apparently we haven't been there yet. So talk to me about Treasure Hendricks, what happened and where we are now.
First of all, I'm sorry.
You're good. Don't be sorry. No apologies.
First of all, Treasure was 35 years old. And as May said, she was found deceased in the RV trailer belonging to Charlie Bell, and we can say his name now since it's out there. It's in the media. We did a press conference as well with our attorney, Gregory Coolis. And he resigned 7 days later after her body was found. We received none of her belongings. Her car had been cleaned out. Her laptop had been cleaned out. And we're still where we started at August 20th of 2021.
Wait. So here's my thing. Treasure's body was found, and it was found in the RV.
In the RV.
Of the police officer, who then, 7 days after it was discovered, resigned. And seems like some sort of, was there an investigation open of the officer?
Here's the thing. I'm glad you said that, and this goes into the update.
Okay.
We did the first march November 7th. After going over some documents, actually last night, November 15th, Detective Montanaro, who was supposed to have been investigating this, he actually closed the case out.
What do you mean he closed the case? There's no resolution. Wait.
We think he did it maybe out of anger because we had to file a complaint after he threatened my mom and Treasure's mom about us putting up the flyers on social media. But when we had the press conference December the 16th, CPD was saying the case is still open. But there's been nothing done. We haven't even spoke to anybody who took over the case. And that's because, according to them, it's closed.
So the case of Treasure Hendricks, according to CPD, is closed. Now, I guess my question is, how did they close the case and nobody talked to you? And then my other thing is, didn't we just see a special? Haven't we seen that in Chicago there's a rash of black women that have just been gone missing? And now here we have a direct suspect, a direct correlation, and now we're burying our heads in the sand, and nobody is going to pull this thread and say what's going on. I need to understand where is the CPD with this? Who are you talking to in the Chicago Police Department?
Oh, nobody's talking to us. And our lawyer has sent out subpoenas to get more information, and they are dragging their feet. And it's no excuse for that. What I also found out in the first information we got from FOIA, the police report, and I do have it here with me today.
Okay. They
had it listed in the documents as homicide. And I have it right here. Right there.
Oh.
But they wanted to continue to say accidental overdose. They wanted to continue to make it look like she did this to herself. Well, why do you have homicide in there? And now, if you get a report now, it's been taken out.
Homicide's been taken out? Okay.
So my question...
Turn it on, Reese.
I'm on?
Okay. And lean into the mic.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Hendricks, and I'm Treasure's mother. My question to Charlie Bell is, why did you resign and leave the state of Illinois if you had not done anything wrong in regards to Treasure Nicole Hendricks, who is my daughter? The second question I have for Charlie Bell is, why did you try to spin this narrative of my daughter's death in your favor? When the medical evidence technicians came to your RV/home, they took pictures of my daughter, Treasure Nicole Hendricks. Did they take any pictures of your body parts to prove that you all hadn't had a fight or an argument? Did you allow them to take pictures of your arm, your back, your leg, or whatever it may be? I want to know who gave you the right, Charlie Bell, to play God, because you have taken something from me that can never be replaced. And I'm not the only mother that's going through this. This is heart-wrenching. Some people get over it in time. I call it a backpack, because some days my spirit is heavy missing her, and some days it's a little bit easier, but it's never forgetful. So Charlie Bell, my eyes are pointing at you because you ran, and I was always taught, if you have done nothing wrong, you have no reason to run. And then you left the state. You resigned 7 days. So I don't know why you did what you did, but if you have nothing to hide, you need to contact my attorney and talk to him and let him know something. Because I'm going to fight this until I get answers. And I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone. There are too many women out here who are not getting answers for their children. You must understand. Children are, they like ice cream, they like to run, they like to play, they get friends, they graduate in cap and gown. Then they begin to come adolescents, where they meet new friends and they try on makeup and do different things. Treasure did not come from my body as a grown woman. And you tried to spin the narrative to make it seem like she was a drug addict. You can look at the way Treasure carried herself and dressed. She was not a drug addict. That hurt me. So now I'm asking all women who have been fighting with the police department to get answers in regards to their child's death or their children's death, to please come out and join us in this march, because it takes a village for us to move and get answers, and we should not have to go through this. We should not have to go through this. But this is a loophole that they try to put you through to make the victim feel shamed. We have nothing to be ashamed of Treasure. She done nothing. So, Mr. Bell, I appreciate it if you would get in contact with my attorney, Greg Coolis. Go ahead, because I'm getting emotional.
So let me back up, y'all. So I want to go backwards, because I do think I pay attention to narratives. And a lot of times what happens is, and if you pay attention to what's been happening with a lot of these cases, there is the narrative that brings drugs into it, that brings sex and a variety of other things into it, that then provides the cover to minimize or to not investigate. Y'all, we were just on this show a few weeks ago where we heard think about the two stories that we just recently talked about with black women. The woman who was locked up, who was forced in the house and wound up killing the gentleman. Remember that story we talked about? And the family came in and the police didn't investigate, and she went to, and they spun this narrative of her being something else, not bringing in the fact that she was a human being. Then I think about the story, dang, I just lost it. But the thing that I keep seeing in these, the house in the Hendricks, where the young lady was locked up in the house. The man decided that he was tired of paying and playing and whatever else. And one of the things that happened was this woman was chained to a wall in a room, and she was minimized because of a narrative. And then what happens is this narrative hits the universe. Then everybody else just dismisses it as if they don't have a family. And I thought the thing that was because I remember reading the Treasure Hendricks story and going right past it. Like, I just made assumptions. I just looked at the story. I said, oh, this is what it's got to be. And then I remember the family coming in, and you say, damn, this was someone that people loved, that had a family, that had people that cared about them, that has, right? Here is somebody that's been in your house, right? That you've been around this family. Like, y'all all know each other. So it ain't like it was just some random person we all know each other, and now someone is gone, and now they have a suspect. Of all of these murders and all of these missing black women, they always tell us they don't know who, where, it just mysteriously happens. So now we got one, and we know, and we got a person found. They connected all the dots. And you mean to tell me that when we got all the pieces to the puzzle, we still get no resolution? Everybody. There is nobody on this green earth that does not deserve to have the opportunity to their family. Somebody loves somebody, everybody. Everybody has someone that loves them. Treasure Hendricks was not the story that the newspaper that I talked to you about, and I'm starting to really feel like it's fake news, told you. They wrote the story so that they could move on. But what we have here is their family chose not to move on. How many black women and children and families have gone through this same thing and turned to the CPD, who oftentimes is not on the team? You know, these stories, these narratives make it possible for us to come up missing. I'm going to give you these narratives because this is the same narrative that they used when they killed Laquan McDonald. Oh, he was a drug addict. He was this, he was that. And then we saw the tape. Treasure Hendricks was loved. She has a family who refuses to let her memory just die, who refuses to just say, as so many people, to be run out of the game. So, CPD, y'all know who Charlie is. Turn that TV down. CPD, we know you know who Charlie is. You know who Charlie Bell is. You have the opportunity to resolve this case. Ladies, what steps are you taking now? What is going on now?
Well, right now we have a march set for August the 20th at we're asking people to be there at 8 a.m. at 15th and Western, and this is where her body was found in the RV.
Wait, say that. Where is it at?
At 15th and Western Avenue.
Okay.
And we're asking people if they could be there at 8 o'clock because we want to start the march at 9. We will be marching to the 11th district on Harrison and Kedzie because they were the ones who were supposed to have been investigating this. I also brought in where you can see where it says closed, and they tried to list this as non-criminal.
Wait, they just had homicide over there. Hold on. And it's the same paper. Look, I'm just telling y'all. Y'all can't see, but right here it says homicide. Let me see if I. Give me a second. Let me just see what I can do here. Give me a second, y'all. I want you all to look at this because they do call it a homicide. Right? If you can see the highlighted portion right there where my finger is, you will see that they call it a homicide. Now I'm going to swap this. Bear with me a second. Because then you're going to look and you're going to see where they close it and call it non-criminal. Wait, let me get over this. I'm sorry. I'll get my perspective. There you go. Closed non-criminal. When they have a suspect. And it's right next, y'all said, wait a minute, it's next to Center Space. It certainly is. It is the parking lot across the street from Center Space. Oh, from Center Space.
Yeah, it's south of the Center Space.
So now tell me, we're going to be marching. Is that Saturday?
On the 20th.
Okay, the 20th of August. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have, let me thank everybody from WBGX who is tuned into this. 1570 AM. We want to thank you all for tuning in. You want to continue this conversation, you can join us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. But we want to ask you all to join the March for Justice for Treasure Hendricks. It is August 20th. Excuse me. Yes, it's no. Wait. Oh, here it is. Okay, it is August 20th at 9 a.m. starting at 15th and Western, and they will march to the police station at Harrison and Kedzie. Look, y'all, and I'm going to ask any family that has a lost family member who has not gotten the response that you need from the police, if you are concerned about the missing black women that are in Chicago or that are missing. Y'all, we know this is happening. We know it's happening. And we know there are culprits. And people, when you see these narratives that have been put out here that say that they're drug addicts and they don't have families and that no one cares, or that they were working on the streets or they were sex workers, you got to go a step beyond. You know, we read the paper here every morning. And the thing that I focus really on politics, but I really need for you all to start reading these stories from the perspective of, we can't take the first narrative that is put out there. We have, let me just back this up real quick. If every single time you see a black person on TV, they find them and they show them at their worst moment, it sets the narrative for them to dismiss you. Right? We cannot allow the narrative to be set so that we dismiss these black women that have come up missing. We, as black people, have to value the lives of black. Look, y'all, we know that this game is set up against us, right? We know that everything that they can throw against us in the world to survive, we have had that thrown at us. Yes?
Yes.
We know that if there is a hole for us if they can put a hole for us to fall in, they will, and then say, and blame it on you because you fell in the hole. Let me say this. Anybody, I don't get to tell you who you love. I don't get to tell you who you date. I don't get to tell you who you spend the night with. What I do get to tell you is that you should be able to come home after whatever you do. Right? Whatever your choices are, if you are an adult, you should have the right to return home to your family after whatever. Now, we are watching as they reshape the way we are supposed to view everybody else, but then we won't review ourselves. So this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to put August 20th, 9 a.m. at 15th and Western in your calendar. Black women, right? Don't allow the media or anyone else to devalue black women. Black men, do not let a newspaper story, do not let press, do not let the narrative. Y'all don't trust the police. We don't trust the police on no other day. Now y'all want to talk about the police? Let me just tell y'all something. If we don't care about our people, even those that we deem the least of, no one else will. And I just got to tell y'all, if I have to show y'all one more story, that there are no special Negroes. There aren't. You feel comfortable where you sitting, Brittany Griner. There are no special Negroes. At this point, we all Negroes together. That's your family member. That's my family member. Look, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to close. Cynthia and then Tracy or whichever. Go ahead.
This is Treasure's mother. I also wanted to mention, I got in contact with Dennis Deere office. Mm-hmm. He's the second chair, he's the second vice chair of Cook County Health. Miss Ross, his assistant, called me back so that I can have a meeting with Dr. Pani and Dr. Escobar, who did an autopsy on my daughter, and they did they didn't do their due diligence when it came to doing my daughter's autopsies. There's a lot of cross references that's not making any sense. I spoke with them, Miss Escobar. I spoke with her one time, and she put me on a Ferris wheel and went to running me around in circles. I spoke with Dr. Pani Akram. I don't want to pronounce her name wrong out of respect of her being a person, so her name, I call her Dr. Pani, her first name. I spoke with her, and I asked both of them some questions in regards to my daughter's autopsy. They couldn't answer them. They tried to put me on a Ferris wheel, and some things that they said just didn't make sense. And if it don't make sense, it's nonsense. And it didn't make good nonsense. So I'm still waiting on that date so that I can have somebody to be present to adjudicate that conversation so that they can hear somebody that's official, not the supervisor, or I want somebody that is official, that is above them, so that we can sit down and we can go through this autopsy that they wrote. I need to know, where's my daughter's jumpsuit, where's her shoes. All I got back was a purse. So you mean to tell me she drove her car over there naked? I need answers, Dr. Pani and Dr. Escobar, and I need somebody that's an official to be present so that I know that they can hear the nonsense that you told me when I was asking you these questions. I know you normally don't get these questions from a black family, but we're different. And I'm praying for Brittany Griner. She doesn't deserve it, but I'm praying for all women that are struggling and going through this, the men as well, because we have some good brothers out there. So I'm praying for you all, and please come to the march August 20th.
Thank you very much, Tracy.
So what I would like to say in closing is I have done several videos on YouTube. It's under Justice, Justice Maxie. One of the videos, I completely break the whole case down. The second video that I put up, I actually, because they stated that Treasure drove to Charlie Bell's trailer. But he claims, and it's public record, that she was drunk and high. So what I did was I went back to the last place she was, and I drove all the way to 15th and Western, and you will be able to see it was impossible for her to drive there with the drugs that they say was in her body. And one of the drugs was fentanyl, alcohol, cocaine, meth, ecstasy. All this was in her body, and there's multiple other ones that they did not list. It's no way anybody could have driven, period, let alone as far as Charlie claimed that she did.
Let me tell y'all. They all count. We don't get to discount anybody. Everybody has a family. Everybody has someone somewhere that cares about them. And we do not have, and we cannot allow other outlets, other people to devalue us. I just can't do it. So look, August 20th, 9 a.m., 15th and Western. We lining up. Sister Zakia, I saw you out there. You said what you need to do. We want you to support. We want, and brothers, I know this is black women, but we are a team, y'all. And it's kind of crazy because I feel like so many times we find ourselves pitted against each other when we all in the same thing, in the same boat. So to the family of Treasure Hendricks, we got your back. We will be promoting it. I will get Riis and Tamiko to get together, and you all record a spot, and then we'll run a commercial from now until the March to remind people to come. And we want to keep this up to date. Now there are people. Shout out to Felicia Simmons Stovall, who is also a friend of the family. Tamiko Holt, who brought this to us. And that there's the thing I'm saying. Like this impacts the den. This impacts us because we got family members that are family members with the people that are sitting here. So sometimes as you chit-chatting and talking and doing your thing, recognize that you are talking about our own family members. This is our family. Right? And there's no place that black people can go to have our stories told. You know when you come on 2, 5, 7, and 9, you know how white folks are looking. You know how they thinking. They done already read the story. They done already wrote it off. We have to have our own place of refuge. And I'm just going to tell you, this is a safe space for black people. So look, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I want to thank the family. Yes, ma'am.
Again, we're asking people to be there at 8 a.m. so that we can get ourselves together, because we'll be giving out T-shirts. Her favorite color was pink, so if you have something pink, you can carry it, but or wear it. But we will be giving out T-shirts. We have signs that we can give out also for people to carry. So, yeah, if you can be out there at 8 o'clock.
BP1, Wiftable, Black People First, Lions Den. Let's stand up for black women together. Men, women, the whole squad. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. First of all, I got to tell you all that it is wonderful to know that somebody is still fighting for her, right? So many of our people just fall by the wayside. Nobody says anything and they just fall off the cliff and it just goes into the pile. And to see y'all still here at the forefront, still pushing, still CPD, you got to do better. Mayor Lightfoot, right? Mayor Lightfoot. With all the black women that have come up missing, and it's such a silent. When we are convenient, then everybody wants to fall back. I would challenge the mayor to be at the march. Right? When all these people be talking black womenness, be with the black women's. we have an opportunity here. Do not let Treasure Hendricks' death be in vain. I know your family won't, and we at With the Bum Media will not either. Look, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a break now, and then I'm going to go hit the bathroom. We're going to come back, and I'm going to take this in a different place because this y'all got heavy on me on Friday. I probably should have did it on Thursday, but y'all got heavy on me on Friday. But it's a story that we got, and I want this to be in your weekend. So while y'all kicking it this weekend, while y'all running around, while you with your family, remember there are family members who don't have their family. Think about the barbecue. Think about the cookout. Think about all the places that you go to. Think about when you at your family reunion and we talk about the barbecue, and at our barbecue, everybody black. We all got a section. At this barbecue, we have a missing seat. We are not going to let those missing seats go unacknowledged. You cannot just take someone away and do it with impunity. Y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. To the family of Treasure Hendricks, her memory will live with us. We will not let her go away. So you all make sure that you get with Riis and Tamiko. Y'all make sure that y'all record the spot to record a commercial. We'll run it from now until, and then what I want to do is we want to just get periodic updates. So whether it's quarterly until we get something, we going to stay with y'all on this Treasure Hendricks story. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me.
Jackson.
What's in it for the black people?
I want to know, is there an offensive black people list? Who manages it, and do black people have to honor?
You're Uncle Tom. That's why you're an offensive. And the reason why you're Uncle Tom is the real story of Uncle Tom. How he worked for his freedom, and then the slave master reneged on him and wouldn't let him get his freedom. So you know what he did? He left. You're messing with the church's money. You were smart enough to work your way off, so you offended the white folks, and then you offended the black folks because your ass left, and because they wouldn't. And who manages the left is both black folks and white folks, because if you see in that situation, the black folks is just as mad as the white slave owner that Uncle Tom left.
What happens if you say that and someone gets offended?
You ran off the plantation, brother. That's why you're offensive. That's all I got, brother. Keep being offensive.
Thank you.
Mace Jackson.
In my mind, gotta designate what to leave, what to take, and appreciate. A lot of people talk fly, but I levitate. Rise above with the love when I meditate. When I meditate. I roll with God cause he never late. My son Dal and Denal up in Ben Franks. On the road, let's travel with a full tank. Revolutionary overture, that's too saint. That's too son. That's too two saints. Like Peter Paul, me and you could be the new saints. Let me paint a new picture on the 16. Woolly hair, black man with divine jeans. Yeah, I be rapping, but these 16's art. Cathartic, therapeutic, really who needs charts? All I need is heart, cause love and some knowledge. Acknowledge, don't acknowledge, I be good, to be honest. It's like, if you never knew my name, at least I know me. Broken chains on my brain, now I'm set free. At peace in the now, I'm complete. Cause all I ever had to do is just be. Just be. Lot of thoughts in my mind, gotta designate what to leave, what to take, and appreciate. A lot of people talk fly, but I levitate. Rise above with the love when I meditate.
To the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Mama Manuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! You don't have to worry about me catching COVID. Cause see this spray right here? Reis spray everything. I feel like I got a contact, but not the kind I like. Yes. Hey, man. Treasure Hendricks. Yo. Family. People of blackness. Y'all all know people that are our own. And I just think that, y'all, we have to be a refuge for black people. Now, I'm going to tell you, like I talked about our court of public opinion. But, man, we really got to do all right by our people. Like, we have to have some level of empathy for ourselves. Right? Not excuses, but empathy. Empathy. Because we know. Remember how I tell you I start all the way to the black, to the right, or to the. I feel like, yo, if a black person reads the newspaper or watches a news story written by someone else or read by someone else, then you know that somewhere in there their bias or their thought process of us is included. And it's not always the highest thought level. And so if they can be dismissive of us, we have to be hyper conscious of being of things that they dismiss as normal. We have to be ever vigilant. Mike, ask Devin. Like, come on, y'all. Like, sometimes I wake up and I think we just decide we're going to be contrarian. And I ain't going to trip because I'm down to do it. What you put it on the table. So anyway, let me stop. Reese, one of my favorite things every year that comes out is Chicago Magazine's Best of Chicago. Do you ever check this out? So usually, and so Best of Chicago is really how do I put this? It's really like a PR thing, right? And you get listed in this, and then, you know, you get to be listed in Chicago's best. You know, like how, like Reese, do you ever go to a place and be like, ooh, the food, you know, Steve Zelensky was here, it's the food hound, or you look and see the people, and you go to places, like you do Groupon, right? And you see something listed on Groupon, and you be like, ooh, this is something I'll check out. Well, every year, I do the same thing kind of with Chicago Magazine. Really around the food stuff, not necessarily the shopping stuff. But what I often find is, I'll be like, who picked this? Now, I must tell you, last year's, or during the pandemic, when they picked that sandwich, the combo, I had never had an Italian beef combo. But I had one from the place out in Elmwood Park.
Talking about Johnny's.
Reese. I was like, who would have ever thought to eat Italian beef on a sausage? And then I had it, and I was like, well, hot damn. But then, Reese, there's been restaurants and places on that. I'd be like, who eating this? So I decided that I would like to know. So the solution is, be it to me. You know what a spot is, though. So I went this year and I got now every year I get the book, and when I get the book, I try to check out the stuff. Really, I usually look for sandwiches because I'm a big sandwich guy. But I decided that today, as part of our show and Tell Me Something Good Friday, we would talk about Chicago's best, but from a black perspective. Sound fair? Sound fun? Something we could do? I would like to go out on a lighter note this week because we've been pretty heavy. And so I said, let's take what they've got as their best. I want to see if you've ever heard of these places or tried them. And then I want you to give me an alternate for us. All right? So here I'm going to get to Chicago's best. Hold on. Dagnabbit, I had it all together. So I want to know, let's start with Reese. What? Okay. Is the best? Who has the best tacos in Chicago? Give us. Okay, so here's the list. I'm gonna give you categories, and I am going to give you the list, and I'm gonna ask you to give us a call and tell us if you've tried the place or what your best is. So here's the list. Who has the best tacos in Chicago, the best sandwich, the best podcast, the best rapper, the best restaurants, the best cocktail, the best places to shop for men, women, and children, and we're gonna start with that. So Reis, let's start with their best new spots to see. They be coming up with stuff like this. Best new spots to sip wine. You gonna sip wine? Nah, we don't need to do that one. We can skip that. But how about
ladies
this
like
one?
it though.
Huh?
I said ladies love wine.
Ladies love. Okay. So have any of you all been to Chateau Carbide, Los Naturales, or Swaif Wine Lounge? You ever heard of any of them? Well, those are the best new spots to sip wine. If you go to Chateau Carbide, it's so you could people watch. That's at 230 North Michigan. Los Naturales is 1659 West Cullerton. And Swaif Wine Lounge at 2456 North California. Do we have wine bars in the black community? Oh, yeah, we got Bronzeville. So for us, Bronzeville Winery. Bronzeville Winery win as the top winery. Black place to sip wine for black people. Has anybody been to Bronzeville? I want to go to the Bronzeville Winery. Dad, y'all said next category. Y'all tripping. Bronzeville Winery wins for me, although I've never been. Maybe somebody could get me. All right. How about this one? We're coming up on football season. Reis, do you ever buy food for football games?
Yeah, I usually cook mine from scratch.
You cook for football games? Like, that's part of the fun, but I have started to buy stuff too. Like, depending on how I feel. Where is the best place to buy game day football food? Or food for a football game? If you was going to, like, Reis, where's the best place? They say, where is the best high-end game day feast? Reis, you ever had they give bento boxes. This is what they're saying is the best football food. Who has the best food? Who has the best football food? Like, do you ever order out, like when you order for games, who do you order from? Reis, you don't never order for games? What's your football food? Chicken wings?
All depends. I might grill some chicken. It all depends. It varies. It may be pot roast. It may be
game day pot roast.
Yeah.
You making a pot roast sandwich, or how you do it?
Nah, like a regular pot roast with like size. Like I may I like a dinner. You know.
Oh, for a football game?
Yeah.
All right, but there's football food. So here they say that the best place to go get your pre-game day sampler is a place called Cuckoo. They say the Lillian Yu, chef of the now shuttered Little Lamb in Chinatown, and her sister Yule opened Cuckoo. They knew they perfected seriously crispy take on Korean style chicken wings. Their only concern, customers might be torn as to which glaze, soy, garlic, honey, butter, secret spicy, honey mustard, and coconut curry to choose. Enter the T9 sampler. A giant 9-compartment bento box stuffed with 5 varieties of wings, 2 of each, plus fries, pickled radishes, pork buns, and octopus stuffed takoyaki. And luckily for Bears fans watching the game at home, it's available for takeout. $29.95. That don't sound like I want for my game day. You know what? Who got the best game day wings? Black. Nobody? Wingstop. Don't tell nobody though.
Terrible wings.
Wingstop? Have you had Wingstop's fried hard lemon pepper?
Terrible wings.
Oh my God. All right, so who do you get? Do y'all get game day? Y'all be tripping, man. Game day food? Who? So Reis, okay. So who's the best rapper in Chicago? You do that one? So, check this out. So Chicago Magazine picked the best rapper. You know, Reis, have you ever heard of Baja Banks? This is Baja Banks. She, according to Chicago Magazine, is the best, what do they call her? The best rapper siren. Baja Banks, the exegesis of moment demand a certain seriousness. Unless you're Baja Banks, a pouty-lipped enchantress who calls herself the Queen of Chicago. Prior to 2020, Banks was not a rapper, but a bottle girl and a YouTube comedian best known for her sketches on the much-subscribed Corporate Business channel. Were it not for a viral rap challenge that piqued her interest, Banks may never have started rhyming, but now she's waging a veritable counterinsurgency against the doom and gloom of local hip-hop. Banks has more fun in a single verse than most Chicago MCs will have in a lifetime. She grabbed attention with Shake That Ass, her delightful unencumbered 2020 duet with Chance the Rapper. Who knew he was a strip club impresario? And there's plenty more where that come from. Her August 2021 debut, Big Bank, is an artillery bombardment of day-glow beats and mischievous rhymes. She the best rapper in Chicago? I think Lil Durk might have something to say about that.
I guess.
You think?
No, she is.
You know her?
Chicago's best. Heck no.
What? So this is my thing, right? This is Chicago's best. These are the people. Bro, this is it. So who is the best rapper in Chicago? Does Kanye still count? No. Is Lil Durk? G Herbo? Polo G? Dang, Baja Banks. See, this what happened. She got a white publicist, fam. She got a white publicist. She probably getting ready to be doing all the white club shows now. Best rapper? Nobody? Y'all? Okay, here we go. Y'all don't know about the best sake selection? How about this one? Okay. Do you know the best? Okay, who has the best sandwich in Chicago? The best sandwich in Chicago. Here are the 9 new best sandwiches. Pan con chicharroni at Avenida Peru. Sandwiches are eaten at all hours in Peru, but they're most popular for breakfast. Carlos Canceres turns his restaurant into a sangucheria on weekend mornings, and the star is the pan con chicharron. It starts with crunchy crust bun that has an especially soft interior. All the better to soak up the juices from the roast pork. Sliced sweet potato adds texture, while a salsa criolla marinated red onions add some zip. Sound like something you want? How about Made Wrong at Tribeca's Sandwich Shop? It is a Slagle family ground beef with onions and mustard, decked with Munster cheese, sweet and sour onions, and steak sauce aioli. No? Made Wrong? I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to go try that one. How about honey butter chicken sandwich at Hot Chai Chicken and Cones? I'm not eating that. You know why? Because they took Harold's out. So no. Ham and cheese at Oriole? Leave it to... Okay, who got the best black sandwich? You think it's... Did I give you one of them steak sandwiches that day? Or was I bogus?
Yeah, it was cool.
You ain't like Home of the Hoagie?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Reis, who got the best sandwich? You a Moon's dude?
Moon's cool. My mama love Moon, so...
I be like, Moon's is overrated to me. I be like, y'all just like the griminess of it. It's right across the street. I can see it. People be lined up.
Yeah.
So, who got the best sandwich in Chicago? Who got the best black sandwich? Taurus? A Taurus don't make... I'm going to tell you. Yeah, who is your best sandwich? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Reis, what's the best sandwich? If you could tell somebody, man, you got to have this sandwich.
Probably I tell them to like go to Moon for sure.
Really? To get the corned beef?
Yeah, if they like corned beef, apparently that's where the best corned beef is at. Apparently,
Moon's.
That's where the best corned beef at.
Man, how you eat your corned beef?
You know what? Corned beef is an acquiring taste to me, so like I gotta have the taste.
I gotta specifically have a taste for it, and all I want is mayonnaise and mustard.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't want no lettuce. Don't put no tomatoes. Don't put. All right, let me see. What other sandwiches they say? The Reuben at Lardon. Smoked lamb bocadillo. Would you eat a smoked lamb sandwich? Sloppy Joe at Barmar. Mama's McFish. And a cumin lamb crispy roll. Don't none of them really sound like no sandwiches I really, really, really want. Except this Reuben does look pretty good. Like they got Sloppy Joes in here. All right. Where's the best new taco? The best taco joint. They're saying Taco de Beefsteak at El Tregon Taqueria. I went here the other day, Reis, because I wanted a taco for Taco Tuesday, but they closed at 8. Now check this out. It's with its crispy griddled cheese crust. Have you ever had those? Where they make them the crust not
tacos. Keep going.
You don't eat tacos?
No.
So, man, you got Taco Tuesday right across the street, dog. Is that why they turned you off?
Nah, and I don't like them. And I just never ate tacos, ever.
Yolanda!
She'll tell you, too.
Yolanda! You couldn't wait for the taco when you could get it and you bite it and it all fall out and you be like, Dad, can you make all that time?
No, they made me a burger. Yeah, everybody ate tacos and I ate a burger.
Oh, you that kid. Okay. That's like Tennille with nothing on my plate. With its crispy griddled cheese crust, the Costra Tacos is a product of Mexico City that's becoming popular in the States. You'll find a really good version at El Tregon Taqueria, which opened last October in a gas station complex near Halsted and Division. Listed on the menu as Taco de Beefsteak, it comes with seared green onions and cheesy chihuahua crust that amalgamates with tender slices of ribeye. That sounds good. I went to go get that the other day. It was closed. They closed at 8 o'clock. Who got the best tacos? Where do you get tacos? Somebody said, Cassandra said Mimi's Tacos. Porcophobia is a positive affliction. Moon put gravy on their corned beef. Said, don't nobody want no gravy. Oh, now I do like a good sloppy Joe. I make a killer sloppy Joe. Ooh, with barbecue sauce.
I won't pay for it. I feel like sloppy Joe.
I
would never buy a sloppy Joe outside like that.
Man, Joe, I do feel a certain way about buying a sloppy Joe sandwich. Like, that is millennial, because I do feel like if you go out to a restaurant and you order a sloppy Joe, I'm like, we could have stayed our ass at home.
We could have.
I could have did it. You know how quick you can make a sloppy Joe? You just need a skillet and some crumbled up. Man, I murder a sloppy Joe. Murder it. Yeah. Okay, I make my sloppy Joe like I cook the cheese in my sloppy Joe now. Let's see, who tacos? What tacos? I put barbecue sauce. You put barbecue sauce in your tacos though? I mean, not in your tacos, in your sloppy Joe.
Try that, but I'm gonna have to try it. But
hey, bro,
I don't like cheese in there, but I'm gonna definitely try to.
You should try barbecue sauce. You should try like
I love barbecue. Well, open pit.
Reis.
Open pit.
Open pit lost its sting.
Oh man, we ain't gonna go back. Keep telling you,
Reis. Now I'm gonna tell you, I have to be in a taste for open pit, and it's like there's days when an open pit just take you all the way back to the 80s.
Cause that's what you grew up off of. I'm telling you, Sweet Baby Ray wasn't even invented until '87. That means it probably didn't even come into your house until the '90s.
Now we got Sweet Baby Ray's the day it came out. Sweet Baby Ray's sound like a black dude. When you saw Sweet Baby Ray's on the shelf, you like, Sweet Baby Ray's? Oh, I got to get this. Because there was what was Masterpiece? Remember KC Masterpiece when everybody thought they was doing something? You had some KC Masterpiece. Now they got every kind of barbecue sauce. You know who I like in barbecue sauce? Rufus Teague.
Never had him.
Rufus Teague got some triple X hot. Yep. Best tacos. Oh, Tennille, I'll bust an open, but like open pit, that's like an old school barbecue. I'm literally got to put the coals on. Like if I'm going upstairs to the green egg, that's when I'm gonna open pit it. Cause then it's like that barbecue you used to wait when you couldn't even get ribs. You had to eat chicken while everybody else was eating ribs.
Like I'm used to my barbecue sauce being cooked on the stove. You know what I'm saying? They had to fix it up on the stove.
Oh no, yeah, you can't just put Rufus Teague though. You could just put Rufus Teague straight on, but I feel like it's wrong if you just put barbecue sauce on the stove without doing so. You don't do tacos either, Sisters Akia? Well, y'all racist. I love tacos. But, all right. Let's see. Let's see. What else we got? Reis, who has? Okay, what's the best Southern food combination? Like, who got the best? Who got the best soul food in Chicago?
Nah, that's a good one because lately I've been going to some really, really good places.
Really, soul food wise? Who?
Yeah, like I said, like S2. They got some good food.
S2.
Yeah, S2 is.
Where's that at?
It's a couple of places. One on like out south. Was like one on like Halstead. They got the one with the daiquiri. That's the one that got the daiquiri one too on Stony Island. It's like 90 something.
Wait, S2 is that that's old girl, the vice principal at CVS.
I don't know which one, but S2 they got some really really good food there.
Okay.
6978 out west.
697. Where's that?
6978 is like on.
Oh, the way that's what is they ran out of catfish. They had been out of catfish. I went there a little while ago. What else?
What else I go for some soul food? Them the main one I can think off the top of my head. I'm sure more will come back, but yeah. So it's a nice little variety of some soul food.
You know who I'm digging? Soleil. I like Soleil. Do you know I like Joe Willie's too, even though that's more seafood. Who got the best? So, what's your go-to? What's the best black restaurant in the city? Like, what is the always you? That's like the go-to, like the mainstay. What's the mainstay? Like, it ain't no place you gotta go. Dan's on 79th and Western. So I used to live next to Dan's. So is it that good? Now Dan is a active participant in the show too. I might have to go over there. I remember it from Dan's Soul Food. Oh, Reese, what about your ooey? Dad, you forgot Market ooey, sweet tea.
Ooey, definitely. See, like I said, it's a lot of good soul food places out there. Ooey is good.
Virtue. Salim says Virtue on 53rd. I like the catfish. Mustard seed didn't do it for me. I had the thing is I had a skirt steak there, but I feel like I got to stop trying to get skirt steak, except at the at Mexican restaurants. Best food.
Why you say that?
Man, cause I feel like at the Mexican restaurants they know how to marinate the skirt steak, and then it breaks down. You got to break skirt steak down, or else it's tough, right? It's hard to eat, and I think they didn't break it down. Who makes the best fried chicken and mashed potatoes? Soul Veg. What's Plant-Based Junkie is off the chain. I've never been to Plant-Based Junkie. Man, Joe Willie's though. Have you had Joe Willie's? So who wins between best seafood joint? Two Fish.
Two Fish is good.
Two Fish versus Joe Willie's. You had Joe Willie's?
Never had Joe Willie's.
You got.
Had a lot of Two Fish though.
Man, Two Fish. Man, I want to go over there and get some of them grilled oysters. Have you had their grilled oysters? Do you eat oysters?
Yeah, but I never had no.
Boy.
You know what? I had a grilled oyster the first time was in New Orleans.
And then once you have at Drago's. You got to go to Drago's for the ultimate
like a fancy restaurant where you go upstairs and stuff.
That's a lot of them places. They was all slave quarters too.
Oh
man, Drago. So who got? So I just had oysters over at Frontier. Who? Okay, but what's your go-to restaurant? Give us a call 872-259-74. I want to have a restaurant off. You know we got all. We got all of these. We got the two black foodies that be doing their stuff, plus my girl Chelsea. But I want to do a black. Can we do like a black food tour? Like a black. You know how they do what's that? A bar crawl? Like a black foodie crawl. Like we get on a trolley and we just get in the thing and then we just pick and you go to every place and you can get like a sample plate and they give you like a plate of like whatever they dish is. And everybody come in, you get off the bus, you have your food. Would you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you gotta have that boy Dillard. You know, Dillard, the historian.
Dillard.
Yeah, Dillard, you gotta have him.
I'm a little upset with him. He was doing stuff with Fritz Kagi, so I gotta wait for a minute. Okay. I gotta give him a timeout. But yeah, that would be. Or we could do Poli-Sci on the bus. But I do think that would be a great place. All right, did y'all tell me where do y'all get tacos from? Reese, where you go? You don't eat tacos. Lisa, you going on boot camp? You know what? Frontier has the bomb on the oysters, but I like less. Less is more to me. Like on the grilled oysters, I like less stuff and more grilling of the oyster, so it's like almost blistery. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Y'all don't want to talk about none of the best stuff in Chicago. Y'all be tripping. Don't. Maple Tree Inn, what's that? I've never been there. Mustard Seed, I've been to Mustard Seed. Virtue is opening up a Pope. Man, they opening up everything in Hyde Park. The hot turkey at Flippin'. Man, have y'all had the hoagie at Flippin' Flavors? I don't even like turkey, and I eat that hoagie. And they got a chicken Philly. Woo! Shout out to Linda Flippin'. Ruby Soul Food. Where's Ruby's at? Where's Ruby Soul Food? Rosie's? What is Rosie's? Let me see. I'm trying to see what else. Uh-oh. Here come the resident expert. Here he come. Let me see what he got for me. $2 Grill is food off the chain charts. Owned by my... Wait, $2 Grill. Oh, S2 Grill. Man, why you ain't invite me, dog? See, hey, man, this how people do you. So VB gonna be like, hey, man, S2 Grill food is off the charts. Owned by my... Why they ain't been on the show, man? Why we ain't had no S2? Why y'all invite us for the daiquiris, man? See, Reese, that's what I be talking about. It be your own people. Your own people.
Told you, S2 is really nice. It's really good.
That's the daiquiri joint?
Yeah, so but like it's a couple of them. So like I was actually going to it before with the daiquiri joint. I think they got one on like 40 something, like maybe like 47th in Austin or like 50 something in Austin, or something like that. Like I got one there, and then they got one on like 103rd in Michigan. Like I ate there, but I have not been to the one at the daiquiri spot yet. But they do have really good food.
Okay. Brandon says Manny's on 115th in Michigan. The taco spot in Dalton. Look, man, what about 9/11 barbecue? What is 9/11 barbecue? Emergency barbecue? Where's that, Intois du Mela? Man, James, what you know about Farmer Brown's? Reese, did you know about Farmer Brown's? You don't know about Farmer Brown's. The only way you know about Farmer Brown's, you from Cabrini. Did you ever eat? That was the North Side barbecue. I remember Farmer Brown's. Everybody still be talking about they're gonna reopen Farmer Brown's. Joe Willie's is a sit down in Harvey, I think. Have you ever had Korean chicken wings? You ever eat Korean chicken wings? I've been hearing about those. Licky Jamaica in Maywood. Oh, y'all got all these places. Is Dusty still around? You ever eat Dusty's?
Never heard of it.
What? Man, Dusty's used to have a smorgasbord of just everything. It was good. What you mean I gotta connect the dots? Let me see. What else? Ooh, who gas station got the best Doritos and cheese combo? What's the best gas station to eat at? You've been noticing? Have you noticed that down south they got, like, when you watch truckers and not when you watch the food crew, they've been saying, like, and David, what's his name? David Blackman says you get the best tacos at the grocery store. At the Mexican grocery stores, you got to go in the back. It's one over in Whatchamajigam. I ain't like that taco though. They got super burritos, but I do like. What's your?
Is Mr. Taco Man the best taco?
Jerk Taco Man.
Taco Man.
So the thing about Jerk Taco Man, initially, Reese, was they gave you so much, right? I remember seeing people on Pulaski walking away. Then. Did you been to Jerk Taco Man on 79th? I mean, on south side?
Nah, like I only seen him when he was out west.
Man, I just be like, is this food? What's the food sanitation here? When Jerk Taco Man was on the lot, I was like, what is the food sanitation? Yep, like, and then Reese, Jerk Taco Man was the first black person to take advantage of Link. Because Jerk Taco Man would sell you your food raw. And then you could go in the case. And then he say, use your Link because you could go to the store. And then that's when the other guys picked up on it. Then they ran Jerk Taco Man left up out the west. But is Jerk Taco Man still open?
I don't know. I never. I just remember him being. I just remember for years him being in that lot, like for years, and I really just thought it was a bunch of guys, from the neighborhood, just chilling, drinking, just cooking, and then somebody like, oh, I can go get them, until I saw folks start lining up in the lot. I'm like, what are they doing lining up in the lot? And then I was like, oh man, man, that's all West Side activities, man. Only, because. While you ordering your food, you look at rats behind you, and like you can't help but to see that because it's in a vacant lot right next to the like it's right there.
And there'd be a line, Reese, and don't like on the first and fifth, Reese. I'm telling you. So now he got a joint. I saw the Jerk Taco Man is off the Dan Ryan now, and you know what? He got a thing made out of storage containers.
Okay,
right? Like so, it's like you can go back in there. He got like a little seating area and all of that, but. It'd be like an hour.
Hour for what?
Everything. Jerk Taco Man has decided that he is Jamaican. Because have you ever been to a jerk spot where you got food? Man, I used to live across the street from my man, who was the one on 47th that everybody used to go to. I used to live across the street from him. Reese, I promise you I could call 2 hours in advance and still have to wait 45 minutes for it.
Yeah, I hate that. That's because folks don't throw your food in there until you get.
I'd be like, can I pay for it up front? And then you can. Hey man, why you think I called?
No, I hate that. That's why I stopped going to Ben's Barbecue on like North Avenue and like Madison, whatever. Yeah, it used to be Joe's.
Joe's. The North Avenue Joe's was the one.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. So like the North Avenue Joe's is now called Ben's Barbecue. So. Yeah, so like I used to go there, but
same recipe.
Yeah.
Is it the same people? See, I think it's the same people. Joe's was catching a whole bunch of them yellow stickers, so they switched up.
But it tastes exactly the same. But even them, like I call in and then they'd be like, and then I have to go there and still wait 30 minutes. I'm like, yo, what do I have to do? Like, do I have to make a deposit or something? Like, can I? I don't want to. Call in and still wait outside 45 minutes. Like,
have you ever?
Don't have a phone.
Reese, didn't I? How long did you have to wait for that home of the hokey that time? Because I called like 2 hours in advance.
Man, it was like 45 minutes for real.
And it's like they be like, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it up front. No. Brandon said nobody beats their wait time. Rib joint on Pulaski and 5th Avenue. Is that any good? You had that, Reese? I ain't never tried that. Who got the best barbecue? Who is the best barbecue in Chicago? Black. Somebody gonna say Limbs.
Hey.
Man, white people done upgraded barbecue.
I ain't never tried Limbs because they don't have no beef or no turkey ribs. So, but I do be seeing the line.
The line at Limbs. Man, we drove past Limbs last week. It was a Lollapalooza line out there. Like, no. We was like, what are all these white people over here doing? And
that must have been earlier because I actually went outside on 75th last week, and it looked like out west activities.
Reese, it was out west. We was on 75th. It was out west activities, but it was white folks too. Limbs, the line at Limbs. I was like, man, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They was comfortably standing in line at Limbs. Comfortably. And I was just like, man, so here y'all are. Y'all just left Lollapalooza. Now y'all coming to get y'all because y'all done put on the map. How do I get authentic blackness? Black barbecue. Because they did not want the Green Street smoked meats. But who has the best black barbecue? Because I got to tell y'all, the white folks been sneaking up on us on the barbecue. Like, man, Joe, I ain't going to even lie. Best barbecue. Oh, I-57. I used to like I-57. They cut their tips too small now. Like, something is up with I-57. Let me see. Oh, what's that place on 115th and is it 115th and Pulaski? There's a barbecue place on 115th and Pulaski that is off the chain. I might have to get my son to bring me some. Oh, Wiley's. When you want some tips, now Wiley's is black barbecue though. Reese, there's a difference between black barbecue and white barbecue. White people be in the smoker black people got the fish tank barbecue, right? We got the kind where you open the door, it's glass, and he got the hose and it's up here, and right? The white folks be this has been slow cooked for 22 hours. And yes, it is on the spinner. Brothers ain't got no 22 hours to be. Ain't nobody got 22 hours to be waiting on no rib tips. Man, I went to Green Street. You know what they call rib tips? White folks call them?
Tips?
Meat candy.
What?
Hey, man, when I get my rib tips from Honky Tonk,
what? Is that a real restaurant? Please tell me that's not a real restaurant.
Honky Tonk. Honky Tonk Barbecue. They got some rib tips. They call them meat candy. They be like, this Chicago classic is found on the south side. They're so good that we call them meat candy. Reese? I was like, where y'all get and they give you a whole slab of tips for your order. Because they was going to throw it away. And they be like, hold on, cuz. Kurt's. Is Kurt still around? We don't got Kurt's barbecue no more. Even though my man Jeff Johnson said he was bringing Captain Kurt back, he got the barbecue sauce out. 87th Street Jerk. What's that? I ain't had that. No, I don't think people still do Kenny's. Is that still Kenny's ribs?
Yeah.
Where?
It's not one still on North Avenue.
Kenny's ribs is on the west side?
Yeah.
I never knew there was a Kenny. No, you talking about Robinson's.
No. It was a Kenny's rib on North Avenue in Narragansett for sure.
Really?
For sure.
Okay, the Woodlawn. Wait, the Woodlawn? Oh, my bad, DB. Y'all barbecue at the Woodlawn? Smoke Island chicken. Oh, man. Why you ain't sending us no order up here, man? All right. Who said Honky Tonk is nasty? They meat candy be good. Well, I don't care what y'all talking about. When I be like, cause you can't get nobody to deliver. Ooh, bald head. Dag nabbit, bald head. Where's bald head been? Cause Reese, bald head wife, she catered one of my matter of fact. We might have to call bald head to come on up to the joint. Bald head, where you been at? Because I'm here to tell you the food was off the meat rack. Okay. Carson's. Remember when your parents used to bring Carson's home like it was a big deal? I tried to make Carson's still taste like it was when I was a kid. I'd be like, what is this mess? I cannot do Carson's at all. Who catered the rib tip spread? That was Baldhead. Baldhead used to put it on smacking. We got to call Baldhead. Kurt's is in the south suburbs. Where's 911 barbecue? Look, y'all, we need to do. Hold on. Sean Dias. Wait, did I see? Sean, why you don't send a. Hey, man. See, Sean be tripping, man. Sean got a jerk joint. Don't even call nobody. Reese, this is what we should do. We should have us a food contest. And be like, we should just go on the road and go eat at people's places and then review them. And put Google stars on them. Then they'll show us some respect. We better start going around being like, yeah, we ate here. They did not show us no love. 1 star.
Yeah, but that would be good. Imagine if you taking about, like a group of people, because then they'd be like, oh, snap, we finna get like 30 to 50 reviews.
I say we start bombing restaurants, like blow out a black restaurant. Like, let's have a meal once a month and just go to somebody's joint and just spend some money with them. Right? I think that'd be fun. Oh, dang, it's Tell Me Something Good Friday, and we already got to get up out of here. All right, y'all, it's Tell Me Something Good Friday. Reese, I know you got some. Wow.
Tell me something good.
Wow. Tell me that you love me, yeah. It is the Mace Jackson Show, and it's Friday, and you know how we do. We close this thing with some Tell Me Something Good Friday. So I gotta be straight up with you. Tell me, give us a call, 872-259-7474. I'm not going to keep it open long, but I do want to know. I want you to tell me something good. DJ Riis the Ruler, what you got good this week? What happened? What's going on? Tell me, are you going on vacation too? When?
No, that's next week. Did this tell me something good? You know, man, it's been all right. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. That's good. I went out yesterday to a random place and played bingo. So my tell me something good is I get to go and spend time with my best friend of 19 years for his 34th birthday.
I seen that.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, man, Sam, man. 19 years. That's he's my children's godfather, best friend, brother. So tell me something good, man. It's always good to have good, long friendships. You know, the kind that tell you when you're wrong, and not the one that just always, just tell you what you want to hear. So I just want to appreciate people like that, man. So yeah, that's why tell me something good.
There it is, man. 34. You got a friend turning 34. Got some babies, but it's all good. DJ Riis the Ruler kicking it with his man this weekend. Hey man, your son still walking around the house with his shirt off?
My son, he grown, so he went to his
grandma. He still at grandma? Granddad.
Yeah, granddad has.
They over there. They bacheloring it up.
He came home like twice since he been home and had to wash the dishes, and so
I'm out.
He
out. I'm out. I gotta work. Oh, I'm out of this month.
He go, man. What you mean? So yeah. So like he pop in and then pop out. Like he try to like come in and then leave. Like yeah, I'm gone. Yeah, okay, but nah, he good.
Okay. Shout out to the young Tomlin who graduates from 8th grade today. All right, brother. We are proud of you for withstanding, persevering, and getting it done. Shout out to the young Tomlin that is graduating from 8th grade today. Is this the young one that is going to be going to Riis to play ball? Amen. Y'all lucky. We done with St. Rita in a minute. We don't have to come over to Brother Riis and put it on y'all real quick. Hey y'all, it is the Maze Jackson Show. Tell me something good. I got a couple things. First of all, it has been a cathartic week. We did not get a chance to talk about the mayor's office, so I'll save that until Monday. Sales tax holiday, I want to remind you all for school supplies. This is classic white people stuff though. Like Reis, nobody buys school supplies 2 weeks in advance. You buy them 2 days before.
I was just thinking the same.
And it's like, so why y'all? But that's classic. That's classic. So that they don't, you know why? So they don't really have to take the whole thing. Reis, I don't know anybody that buys school supplies 2 weeks in advance.
They know when they rush is. That ain't crazy.
Right. But from August 4th to the 14th, no sales tax on school supplies. So go get those.
Or like shoes and stuff like that too.
Is that too?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Nike?
It's like in stores because I just went to like Foot Locker and Journey for my daughter to get her some shoes, and then they was like, yeah, just to let you know, shoes and all that will be like no tax and all that. So yeah, man, go check that out.
I might have to go buy me some shoes, some back to school gym shoes. I might some back school Jordans for myself. Brunch tomorrow at the Spot, 10 o'clock. If you know, you know. If you don't, find out from somebody who does. I hear y'all, they cooking food and all type of stuff. So we'll be at Obsidian for breakfast tomorrow and discussion of politics. My real tell me something good. I discovered cereal milk ice cream. Cereal milk ice cream. If you ever ate a bowl of Frosted Flakes, and then at the end of the bowl, when you go to drink the milk, which is probably the best part of the cereal, if you can imagine that being turned into ice cream. Now, it may be hard for some of you, but if you pursue dairy, and somebody told me that I find out about that, what is Dat Puff? So I didn't know nothing about no website for munchies, right? But apparently there's a website for munchies, but that's not where I got it from. I just am an ice cream connoisseur, and I said, let me take a chance. But ice cream, cereal milk ice cream, that is my tell me something good. Get you some. This was also a very cathartic week. I feel like I am close to back to being my old self. I've also learned quite a bit this week. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been with us and continues to tune in to the Maze Jackson Show. Reis? Oh, and Israel, I'm working on getting some supplies for your stay in school event. I saw the email. I be seeing how y'all be emailing everybody but me, but it's all good. It's all good. I be seeing one day, y'all gonna help me help you. But it's okay, because, you know, we got to do what we got to do. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. For my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. For Ruthie Moore, who is not here, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, still tell them. Maze said, we out of here.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Man, Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Mama Manuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You won't have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain and crack jokes. Government invested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain and crack jokes. Government invested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us